Oh, Amiya! How's it going, everybody? Hello, hello. This is Amiya Aranha. I'm Tsunderia, Gen 3 Tsun Dreams Spider Lady. How's everybody doing today? Hello, Dakota. Hello, Neffy. Hello, Pushell. Hello, D. Hello, Jellyhead. Hello, Zabalisk. Hello, Cat. Hello, Hazel. Hello, Sturm. Hello, Jason. Hello, Lazzy. Hello, Icebox. Hello, Panda Man. Oh, Hazel, thank you so much for renewing your membership. Mwah. Hello, Icebox. Oh, Cat, thanks so much for the donation. Usual dono check for the cutest spider girl in the universe. Oh, no. Really excited to see what you have for us. Let's have a good relaxed stream. We will. Hopefully I don't blast your ears too much, you know. Hello Silho, hello Sturm, hello Maxter, hello Kinetic, hello Raccoon Prime, hello Guile, hello Charger, hello Cat, hello Zil, hello Yonjunana, hi Pudstorm, and hi Fusion Jeff, and hi Peen, and hi Johan, and hi Espers, and hello to Zabalisk, and hello to Alcuinus. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. Hello, and hello to Musto, and Dada, and Lordland, and Eki Bird. Hello. Did you start doing an intro recently? I've always intended to do an intro. And then usually I forget. But I feel like I should do an intro, you know, in case there's new people. So it's always been the intention to like have a proper intro, but I always forget. It's a problem. Hello, Rin and Patrick and Mail. Hi, thank you guys so much for coming. How is everyone today? Guys, the weather here is so crazy and wacky and wild today that who knows what might happen. My power might go out again. It's that kind of day. Hello, Barthis. We can try to remind you. That would be really lovely if we remember. Well, I'm sure all of you, one of you can probably remember. So yeah, there's lots of rain and lots of wind here today. So I say my power might go out again. It never went out before, like recently. I just meant like I'm saying this again just in case it does. The intro is a rare case, but no one really minds if she misses it. Just makes it happen. When it happens, that much more special. Well, I should say it, you know, because if someone's watching me for the first time, I don't want them to be like, oh, what's going on here? Who is this lady? Even though it's in my YouTube channel name, you know, sometimes it's just good to introduce people. Hello, Epic Faith. Hi, thank you so much for coming. Oh, Hamiya. You know what else, guys? Today, I did a smart spider thing. Also, though, I am substitute teacher Ami today, okay? Because we're learning about stuff. But today I did a smart spider thing. I actually have my Streamlabs docked to my OBS now, so that when I get a donation, like just now, I'm not gonna have to go to a whole nother screen. Johan, thank you so much for the donation. Recently learned about a very weird instrument that makes sounds by plucking strings that vibrate to make noise. They call it a guitar. Pretty crazy, right? Sure. Is this your first time hearing about a guitar? I've played guitar many times. Who is this purple spider lady who appeared on my screen? I know people are gonna be like, what the heck? What the heck's going on? You brought snacks? Snacks? Was substitute teacher Ami supposed to bring snacks? I don't know. I don't have any. I'm sorry, I didn't bake cookies for the class. Intros are very important. Newcomers might not realize you're a crab girl. No, that's the whole point. I don't want people thinking I'm a crab girl. I have to introduce myself as a spider girl, or else people are gonna think otherwise. We can tell you're a smart spider. It's the glasses. I know they make me look extra smart. Guys, I love these big oversized like Harry Potter glasses, you know? I think they look so cute. And I'm not just being a poser, okay? Because I actually wear glasses, or at least I'm supposed to wear glasses, but I never do. Wait until I tell you about the piano. Piano's actually cool the way it works with the hammers hitting the strings. There's plenty of glue in the cabinet. Stop saying that. It's too early. It's too early to talk about eating glue. There's this weird instrument that takes the form of a lavender cat crab. You put two animals in there and spider wasn't even one of them. I'm so disappointed. And that makes snorty noises when you tell funny jokes. I also sing, okay? Well, that was the context for you doing something smart. You brought snacks. In other words, you won't be hungry. No, that wasn't the smart thing that I did. I still don't have more Lara bars. 10 out of 10. Oh, my glasses. Thank you, thank you. Survival glass is perfect for starting fires. I don't know that I would know how to start a fire if I got stranded in the wild. Hi, Sea Line. Oh, Hamiya, thank you for coming. Yeah, the circle frames, I feel like they just suit me, you know? Like, I'm such like a... I look so goofy at the best of times, and then this just like suits the goofiness, like, right? Like, I feel like if I wore a normal pair of glasses, it wouldn't be quite sufficiently goofy enough. Do you feel the plus 10 int? Probably around plus 2 right now. I feel like I'm at around plus 2. Hello, cartographer. Hi, Ohamiya. Thank you for coming. Stylish Ami critique spot. You think I'm stylish? They're not meant to be stylish. They're just to make you look smart. I guess you can be smart and stylish. She missed a cat and crab and not spider. We got her boys. No, I said you have to add spider. No. You're actually the one on a deserted island, and chat is just your imagination, like that volleyball and Castaway. Wilson! Don't tell me that chat is Wilson, okay? I would never make up... Listen, if I was gonna make up people in my head, I feel like they would never be as nice as you guys. Yeah, yeah, I look like a librarian, don't I? Don't I look like a librarian? What if I was a kind librarian lady, a kindly librarian, and you came to the library and I'm sitting there at the desk, and as you come to check out your books, what do you say to me? Okay, this is the scenario. You would look fetching with normal librarian glasses? No, tell me what happens if you see me at the library. You gotta be like, are those real glasses? Are you really have trouble seeing? Chat isn't Wilson, but what about Wilson? Is Wilson Wilson? Wilson Wilson, of course. Wilson's over Wilson is Wilson could be a Wilson is over Bede. Wanna grab a coffee? You wouldn't say that. You wouldn't say that to the librarian. The librarian's just trying to do her job, you know. Say absolutely nothing and blush like hell. You guys are stupid. Forget I asked. We'd say, where's the glue? That sounds correct. That sounds more like it. Be like, this girl looks like somebody who appreciates a good bottle of glue. Even though I don't. It's just you guys who think that and are always talking about that. Alright, today we're gonna learn about some different instruments. I got a bunch of different ones. I got a bunch of different videos. To show you guys about how they sound. Try to avoid, copyright music. We're gonna hear a lot of, for some reason, with some of these weird instruments, the first thing that goes to people's mind is, I want to play the Imperial March from Star Wars, okay? For some reason, they all play the Imperial March. I don't know why. It's just a thing. It's just a thing that people feel like compelled to do when they build a weird instrument. I guess if you build a weird instrument, you're a Star Wars fan, and that's just the rules. I'd ask if you could show me the Dewey Decimal Code for books about spiders. I can't do that. I probably can't do that. Librarians probably have their own coffee at hand. Yeah, like me. Oh no, my coffee's gone. I brought it in here. It's gone. I thought I still had some left. It'd be hard to see you from behind the librarian's desk. No, I'd be behind... Oh, I see what you're saying. You're not saying I'm short. No, it's gonna be a custom built... No, I'll be sitting on a chair. It won't be a custom built desk. I'll be sitting on a chair, of course. Thank you for always making so many preparations and do so much research for us. Oh, if only you guys knew how scuffed the actual research that goes into this is. It's just very rudimentary research, okay? Wouldn't say anything because I'd be too shy to talk to someone. Stop! Stop! Do you take your coffee espresso or drip? Usually I like, if I get coffee at a good coffee place, usually I like an Americano, which I think is espresso with coffee added or espresso with water added or something like that. How dare my workplace schedule a meeting starting at 12. That's when I feel Amiya's dreams. That's when you feel I stream. What the heck? Hello, MGF. Hi, thank you for coming. You're Milady. Lady. You just call me Milady. You deserve a coffee for your service. I know I deserve a coffee for my service, and I don't have one. don't have one. I'm so upset. Research equals Ami Ukulti magic. Coffee plus espresso is a red eye. Oh my god, yeah, that's intense. That's intense because it's meant to like keep you up at night, right? No, I Americano. That's the one I do. It's the espresso plus hot water is the most delicious drink. Okay, and I get cream in it usually. So yeah, we're gonna learn about instruments. I want to talk about exactly what an instrument is because I feel like sometimes. I feel like if you look at some of these instruments, some people are going to be like, is that really an instrument? You know, can that be considered an instrument? Because I went real esoteric with some of these. But an instrument is just anything, you know, that makes sounds, okay? That can make music. Like, somebody asked in my marshmallows before, actually somebody asked this twice, whether mayonnaise was an instrument. And I'm about to review the cursed thought again about how mayonnaise is technically an instrument, and you can play it in many different ways. Okay, you can play it by slapping on the lid, or you can play it by like, you know, putting a spoon inside the mayonnaise, and it'll make all kinds of disgusting noises. It'll make all kinds of disgusting noises, and if you can make music with it, it's an instrument, okay? Ma'am, do you want to grab a Larabar? I would love to grab a Larabar. I would love to. Ami is an instrument then? I mean, technically. You eagerly anticipate the Ami impression of a didgeridoo. So I didn't actually put didgeridoo on this list, so why don't I just show you my impression of a didgeridoo right now before we get started. So yeah, to that point, some of these things aren't strictly instruments. They're just like something you can make music on, you know? And I'm going to be assigning ratings in a very scientific fashion. I'm going to assign ratings based on the sound, how much I like the sound. Okay, very not subjective. Okay, it's very objective. Based on the how it looks, the aesthetics, and based on the practicality. Okay, whether I would want it as an instrument or it's practical to have as an instrument, you know, and how versatile it is and stuff like that. So I'm going to assign it a number. Okay. So now here's my didgeridoo impression. I hope it works because I have to use my hand, and I don't know if it's gonna pick up on the mic, okay? But did that sound right? Did that sound correct? I see you watch the MacGyver episode as well. What? Soon she will take off. It sounded like a didgeridoo, right? It sounded something. Ben, thank you for the super chat. I'm a musician. I can confirm Mayo is an instrument. Also have a cookie. Oh, thank you. I would take your cookie. I love your cookie. Thank you, thank you. It sounds like a cat brain. No, it sounds like a didgeridoo. Okay, I'm guessing it's picking up weirdly on the mic, okay? I promise you, to my ears, it sounds like exactly like a didgeridoo. And you can even hear the overtones and stuff. And I can also do this. Listen to this. That's not an instrument, okay? That's just a miscellaneous sound. A touch more snort in the mix. Didgeridoos don't snort. That's a me thing. Sounds like a cosplayer using a dribble upstairs. Oh, Kat, thank you for the super chat. I'm being cute fun. Oh, thanks for the coffee. Sorry you can't drink it. That's okay. That's okay. Sound like those videos of cats talking. What was that? It was me saying girl into my hand in like a low voice. Is that what minions sound like? I've never actually watched any minion movies. Do it, do it. Do it, 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 do it. Anyway, there's that. Hello, Selvionis. Hello, hello. Thank you so much for coming. Oh, Amiya. What did I miss? You haven't really missed anything yet. You haven't really missed anything yet. But hello, Nessie. Thank you so much for coming. Oh, Amiya. How does she do it? How do I do these impressions, you guys? I don't even know. I even amaze myself sometimes. I'm just kidding. I never do that. All right. let's go over and get started, shall we? Meow, 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 meow. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. Meow. Now we're here. And the BGM is off, okay? You will hear because we're gonna listen to some stuff. And I have one of the instruments that we're gonna go over.
Amiya Aranha.
I have one of the instruments that we're gonna go over today. Oh, Pashel, thank you so much for the thread. Thank you, thank you. Thanks for the cute noises. Meow. Thank you. Hello, Sir Dancelot. Hi, thank you for coming. Oh, Amiya. Okay, so this is my weird instrument thingy, okay? Yes, the cardboard background is very versatile because, you know, you always have cardboard at hand. So I figured out how to put videos in these things. So we'll watch some videos, you know. I will do a demonstration of the one instrument I have. Is the box an instrument? It can be, it can be. It can be. I like the cardboard backdrop for these streams. Yeah, thank you. It's to signify, you know, the amount of time and effort I put into the presentation, which was a lot. It was a lot. Yeah, it's very professional. Hello, Dylan. Hello, thank you for coming. All right, we're gonna get started, okay? Keep in mind the definition of an instrument, okay? Artesian instrument. Listen to this. I don't know why I just chattered Jingle Bells in particular. That's kind of a weird song to pick. It's like a Christmas song. Okay. First, we got the Theremin. Okay, you guys probably know about the Theremin. It's kind of a more, you know, it's kind of the tip of the iceberg weird instrument. Like, I feel like it's one of the first things people think of when they think of weird instruments, you know? I think theremins are super cool. So it's an instrument, it's played, I guess it's just like it's like a little electrical components in a box. And then, I don't know exactly how it works, but how you play it is you use one hand to, like, you know, go up and down to adjust the pitch. And then you use the other one to, you know, adjust, you know, the sound. So it's kind of meme-ish, is it? They sound really cool, I think. I think they sound really beautiful. So this is like your basic normal one. Okay, this is a normal looking one. On the next slide, I have some really cool ones to look at. But the sound of a theremin, how do I describe it? It's a classic old sci-fi movie sound. Yeah, old sci-fi movie or like you know, horror movies it happens in. A theremin impression, right? Let me try. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that's not quite right. Yeah, it's very alien-esque. Correct, Luvella. Okay, let's listen to this guy. His name is Gregoire Blanc. We're gonna listen to him play Claire de Lune. Okay, a very lovely song on the theremin. Hope there's no ads. I don't think there should be, but I'm trying to pretend like I'm making the noise. Is it working? It's pretty, right? Hi, Fabricio. Hi, thank you for coming. Oh, Hamiya. The aliens? Okay. We're gonna put a stop to it for now, okay? So that's what the theremin sounds like. Now that I've heard it, I feel like I can do a better impression. I feel like there needs to be more like vibrato, you know? It's like... I don't know. I can't do it. I can't do it. It's too much of a whole sound. Like, it's a very full sound, but it's also like in my falsetto range. So yeah, it's very ethereal sounding. Okay, and it was invented by Leon Theremin. Okay, that's the guy's name. Reminds you of the wolf rhythm sections from Twilight. I thought you were gonna say Twilight the movie. I was like, what do you mean wolf rhythm sections from Twilight? That never happened, I don't think. It's like an alien singing opera. Oh yeah, have you ever seen The Fifth Element? This doesn't sound like anything like the alien that sings opera in The Fifth Element, but she goes, hoo, hoo, hoo. How's it go? Something like that. I thought that part was so cool when I saw that movie. It was my favorite part. The diva, her name is the diva. It doesn't really. I mean, I guess it kind of sounds like a theremin. That's how it goes. Anyway, so, okay, if we move on to the next slide, okay, I have a picture that somebody mentioned earlier, okay? Somebody made a taxidermy badger into a theremin. So I guess the idea is like, you can, the housing of the, like, actual electronic components can just be anything, right? Because the only thing that makes the sound is, like, the electronics and then the metal bars, okay? Pay no attention to where this is coming from. So I was trying to find, I knew that people made theremins out of like weird things. I saw one that was made out of like a doll head, but the picture really sucked, so I couldn't use it. How does that not mess with the theremin? Because it's not like an instrument that relies on like I don't know how I'm gonna be able to describe this quite correctly. Hi Razzle Dazzle, hi Ohamiya, thank you for coming. Yeah, I don't know exactly how I'm gonna be able to describe this, but you know, instruments like guitars and stuff, they rely a lot on like acoustics and resonance. But if you have an electric guitar, you know, you can pretty much have the guitar, well, not, maybe guitar is a bad example, but since this is completely electric, as far as I understand, it wouldn't affect the sound. So it's got the two antennas, right? And then between those two antennas is an electromagnetic field. And then whoever's playing the theremin, you put your hand up the vertical one. You put your hand up and down, okay? And it relays what pitch it should be based on how high or how low you are. Hello, Cameron. Thank you for coming. Ohamiya. And then, so here, this is very technical, okay? I don't understand. And your hand works as a capacitor between the two antennas. Anyone understand that? Yeah, it works with electric fields. Exactly. So it doesn't rely on acoustics. So you can have a theremin basically made out of anything, okay? If there was ever like you don't blow in either end, razzle dazzle. It's not that kind of instrument. You don't even touch the instrument to play it. So basically, if you wanted to, if I had merch, you know, if I had like a, I don't know, like a Bucko popcorn bowl or something large like that, you can make a theremin out of it if you wanted to. Had a friend in high school who was obsessed with these things and wanted to buy and learn to play one. I would actually love to have a theremin. And then this picture right here is called Theremin Purasu Mini, okay? So it's a small, it's like a DIY theremin that you can build yourself. So it's a little tiny one, you know? And I think it's so cute. I think it's so cute and adorable. And then apparently for some, you know, popular culture stuff, Charlie Draper plays the theremin in the soundtrack of the Loki show on Disney Plus. I've never seen it. Maybe you guys have. The X-Files theme and like the Star Trek theme sound like theremin, but I don't think they're actually theremin, or at least I don't think I know the Star Trek one is not. I'm not sure about X-Files. I'm an engineer. Sounds like you cast magic to change the noise. Yeah, there's a bunch of other ones that work with electricity like this, and they might as well be magic as far as I'm concerned. What the hell is this? This is... Hello, Adam. Ohamiya, thank you for coming. This is a theremin, okay? They don't normally look like this. They normally look like this, okay? What you see on the left there. What you see on the left. But you can make the housing for the electronics basically anything. So someone made one out of a taxidermy badger. I would love to get the mini theremin, the one that you build yourself. I think that would be so cute. You would vaporize a medieval peasant instantly if you went back in time to show them this. Actually, this was invented... it's fairly old. I mean, it's not medieval old, but it was patented in 1928, okay? So it's actually a very, very old instrument, which is really, really cool. The instrument not suited for vegetarians. Well, not this version, certainly. No, they're not normally animals. This is just a funny meme one that somebody made. Go get ready for work, but thanks for the informational stream. Of course, Tycho, thank you so much for coming. I bet there's a Theremin app that uses phone sensors as input. That would be super cool, but I really want this tiny one because everybody knows, okay, tiny things are the cutest form. It's the cutest size factor, or form factor of items, you know? The cutest form factor of items, so we like the tiny things. We want tiny things. Gamelan ensemble, end of story. What is that, Wave Master? I'm not familiar. 1928, how did they figure out how to make it work with the way technology was? I don't know. They were really inventive back then, okay? I feel like they tried a lot of things. And then a lot of things didn't work. But then some things did work and they really stuck with those things. Source Amiya's I mean, I'm referring to, like, you know, shrunken things, you know? Things that are normally big, but then they're small. Like little baby Sonic! I had to clip that clip from the Sonic playthrough yesterday because I thought little baby Sonic was so cute. How cute are quantum particles? No, you're misunderstanding, okay? It has to be something that's normally big. Yeah, mini donuts work because donuts are usually big, so mini donuts are so cute and chubby. Ami explains civilization in one sentence. Yeah, basically, people just tried a bunch of stuff and then some of it didn't work out and then sometimes people even died because of it. Like when people tried to make airplanes out of all kinds of different stuff. Gamelan is an ensemble of Indonesian percussions. Ooh, that's so cool. That sounds like it sounds very, very cool. A giant bamboo xylophone. Soundtrack to Akira's full... Oh, really? So if you shrank your model right now, your cuteness would... Don't make me try it. How small do I have to be? It's so small. Wait. Okay. Wow! I'm a little teacher! Wait, I'm gonna make myself a little bit bigger. You guys can barely see me. Okay, let's do this for one slide, okay? And then I'm gonna revert back to regular Ami. Okay. It's not a stuffed badger, it's an instrument. Okay, let's go to the next slide, okay? So this is where I rate the Theremin, okay? So here we have instrument rating, and I press continue. And then I'm rating it based on the aesthetic to start with, okay? So I think the aesthetic at the best of times is very interesting because they look kind of like, you know, vintage electronics. Yes, I have legs! What do you mean? They look like vintage electronics or something. Like, you know, really old, you know, wood panel electronics. I love that type of thing. And then the fact that you can make them into basically anything is really interesting. The only downside to the aesthetic is that when you look at it, you're not really exactly sure what you're looking at, so it doesn't read necessarily as a theremin. But I like that you can put whatever as the housing. So I'm gonna give this a 4. I'm late. That's okay, Mr. Friend. Thank you for coming. Oh, Hamiya, you've only missed... This is just the first instrument still. Tiny Ami standing on our shoulders while we hold weird instruments and she talks to us about them. Yes, imagine that, okay? You rate a 4 because of the sheer range of aesthetics? I agree. But, you know, it's not exactly obvious when you look at it exactly what it is. Okay, so the sound... the sound is really, really good, okay, but it's not exactly the most versatile. I don't think you can get, like, super duper low on them, at least not with multiple of them or, like, a really high antenna, you know? So for me, since it's a little bit less versatile, I think the sound also gets a 4. And then for practicality... Okay, practicality, I think it's pretty practical. It's pretty small. I think just about anybody can pick it up and play it. And then, you know, you don't have to have a ton of know-how. There's not a huge, like, what is it? Difficulty spike. There's not a huge difficulty spike you know, from not being able to play it to being able to play it. Like, some things are really difficult. You gotta learn a lot of techniques. Like, I don't know, clarinet comes to mind just because you have to, like, wet the reed and stuff like that, which I feel like is confusing or might be difficult. You're going to work? Okay, Karen, thank you for stopping by. It can be anything. It can be anything, but it's not exactly obvious that it's, you know, an instrument when you're looking at it. Could you make Theremin bed? I mean, I think so. I think so. Are you rating the Badger? Not the Badger specifically, just an instrument as a whole, okay? The Badger was just, you know, an example of how you can kind of like put any housing on a theremin. You can make it look different because of that. Badgers are simple instruments. They're pretty simple. But I think it's pretty practical. For that reason, so I give it a 5 in terms of practicality, and you know they're pretty small, so you could probably fit one in your house. Highly recommend a documentary about a guy who invented it, Leon Theremin. Yeah, we were just talking about how he's the one who invented it. It was in 1928, which is such a long time ago. Wetting the reed is basically just sucking on it in your mouth for a bit before using it. But doesn't it have to be like a very specific level of wetness to be able to successfully do it? Wet the reed sounds dirty? No, no, don't be silly. Theremin is the Xbox Connect of instruments. That's the funniest way to describe an instrument. I would say the Xbox Connect is the Xbox Connect of instruments, but I have no basis to say that. All I know about Xbox Connect is that you can play Star Wars Just Dance on it. Only a true music student would know what wetting the reed is. Bravo. I mean, I was in band. Okay, I did play bass in band for a number of years, so I know about that sort of thing, sort of. Okay, so we're gonna give it a 5 on practicality. Woohoo! Okay, that's our rating for the theremin. Okay, 4, 4, 5. 4, 4, 5 for a total of 8. Wait. For a total of 10, 13 points. It got 13 points. Okay, let's go. The next one, okay, we're still pretty normal. We're not quite in the wild, you know, the wild west of weird instruments yet. Let me actually put myself back to regular size, okay? Because I don't want people to come in and be like, why is she tiny? Why is she tiny? I can stay a little bit tiny, though. What do you guys think? I can stay a little bit tiny. I just want to be a little more visible, you know? How's this? Boop, boop, boop. Stand-up bass or electric bass? Electric bass. As long as you wipe it off a bit, like even when just taking it out of your mouth, it's usually fine. The reed always kind of grossed me out for some reason. So this is a digital saxophone, okay? It's a digital saxophone, and this one's made by Yamaha, but I think there's a couple other ones. I kind of want this, you know? So a minute ago, we talked about wetting the reed, which is something you have to do with clarinets, and I believe it's something you have to do with, you know, saxophones as well, because I think saxophones, at their essence, are just like a larger, slightly differently configured clarinet. Or at least when I was in band, you know, a lot of people who wanted to play sax had to start off with clarinet. Go in the other direction and zoom in massively on your face because it's cute. Maybe after. How many instruments can you play? It doesn't even be master level. Just how many do you understand enough to not completely flop at? Piano, guitar, ukulele, bass. Recorder. Kazoo. Maybe like 7. Saxophone but angry metal. Well, this thing's actually super cool. I kind of want one because I feel like the you know, the learning curve is not that crazy like it would be with the real saxophone, and I really like the sound of saxophone. But the downside of this is that it is digital, okay? So it is just like a synthesis of the sound at the end of the day. Brass instruments are much grosser. Oh yes! Oh my god, people would like empty their spit valves on the floor and be like, what is wrong with you? Disgusting! The bass is the coolest. And that's why I played it. You always wanted to learn the sax or violin. Me too. I think it'd be so cool. No, I'm not a one-woman band, okay? Not even close, because I can't do like drums or anything. That's a very important component. Okay, so yeah, it is synthesis at the end of the day. So you blow into it like a normal sax, and then basically there's like a breath sensor inside, and I guess based on how much you're breathing into it, or like how fast or hard your breath hits the sensor, that's how it determines, you know, how to play it or how the sound comes out. That's how you're supposed to do it, though. I know, but it grosses me out. I didn't like looking at it. I didn't like looking at it. What up? Hello, Mercenary. Thank you for coming. We're looking at the digital sax right now. We only have it in percussion at my school, no strings. Oh, that's so fun. I feel like bass was the only string we had, though. Like, we didn't have like violinists or anything. Okay, let's listen to this guy play. He's playing Isn't She Lovely, okay? On his Yamaha digital saxophone. Let's go. And this is Ciro Pusateri is this guy's name. Hopefully you guys can hear it, okay? I turned it down a little bit. I think it was a teensy bit loud to start. I'm gonna have to keep adjusting the volume as we go along, so bear with me. Oh, this is stanky. Look, and his face even looks stanky. He knows. I love it. He's making a stank face too. He knows how good this sounds. He knows how good this sounds. Look at him. He's doing a whole solo. Anyway, so that's how the digital saxophone sounds. And apparently it can be used, I'm not sure how, but apparently it can be used as an alto, baritone, soprano, or tenor. I'm not sure what it was just now. That sounded fairly high to me. So I guess it was probably like a soprano or a tenor. I'm not really sure. Dude has no right to be having that much fun. That's how I feel when I play guitar, okay? That's totally... I mean, my face doesn't look like that. It's much cuter, okay? I make much cuter faces when I play guitar, but that's how I feel for sure. How to make an instrument sound like a harmonica and an accordion at the same time. It sounds cool to me. I think it sounds cool. Looks modeled after a soprano sax, but since it's digital, it'd be able to adjust the pitch. Yeah, exactly. So I think that sounded soprano. I agree. And if you're someone like me who doesn't want to spend years learning an instrument, or, you know, spend years learning anything, because I can't commit to hobbies, okay? I can't commit to hobbies. That's how I can do so many different stuff, but and not to a pro level degree, then it's really attractive. I think it's a really attractive option. Same move, but not the same greasy otaku energy. Got it. Is the greasy otaku energy me or him? I'm not a greasy otaku. Yeah, he's jamming. All right, let's go to the rating, okay? You wish you were talented? It's not about wishing you're talented, right? It's about like, it's about doing things that allow you to become good at things, you know? You have to practice. There's not really any such, like, nobody, I wouldn't be able to pick up that digital sax, even a digital one, and be able to, you know, just play it, you know? You don't get anywhere without practice. You gotta practice, and then you can become, you know, you can become good at it if you want. You just gotta put time into it, which is really hard. It's hard to get the motivation for that sort of thing. It's about drive, it's about power. Yeah, right, exactly. I don't think Ami is greasy, an otaku, yes. That's fair. I'm more of a... Okay, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Okay, let's rate the sax, okay? The aesthetic, I don't find it all that attractive. It is cool because they added lots of like matte black pieces to it, which I really like. And then they have the gold, what is it called? At the end of it, it's like a, what do they call it? A bell? they added the gold bell at the end of it to make it look, you know, more horn-like, even though it's not a horn at the end of the day, so it's purely for aesthetics. But a regular sax is much prettier, okay? So although I like that they tried to kind of spice it up with the matte black accents, at the end of the day, I do think it's around a 2 for aesthetic. It doesn't look that cool. And then for sound, I think it sounds really good. I think it sounds like a sax, but you're never really gonna quite get that saxy feel, you know, because it is not a real sax at the end of the day. The sound isn't being produced by the instrument. It's being produced by, like, you know, electronic components, you know, presumably like a computer inside or something like that. So it's never gonna sound quite as good as a normal sax, but for something that's digital, it sounds very, very nice, I think. So I'm gonna give it a 4 for that. And then for practicality, okay, it's very, very practical. You don't have to, you have to like take a saxophone apart, right, and put it back together, don't you? Don't you have to do that? So I don't think you have to do that with this one, or at least it's small enough where you could probably keep it together if it does come apart. It's digital, of course, so I feel like, you know, digital things are practical. You can probably do some cool stuff with it. Hello, Gudade, thank you for coming. And hello, Huan, thank you for coming. Oh, Hamiya. You have missed the theremin so far, and the digital sax is what we're going over right now. You would likely have to do that with the digital one as well. Okay, but it's probably not as difficult, I feel like, so it's probably still pretty practical. It's very small, like a regular sax, which is practical for having in your house. You need equipment to make it work properly, like an amp and software. Yes, that's true. You need all the cords to go with it, and I'm assuming that doesn't come with all that equipment. Magic Badger and computer B-movie generator. Wait, B-movie generator? Oh, because you like jazz. Is the cat keyboard on this list? No, the cat keyboard's not on this list because the cat keyboard, you know, we all learned a ton about the cat keyboard during my cat keyboard stream. The only one I have on here that we've, like, gone over before is the Automaton, because I wanted an excuse to bust out the Automaton, okay? So I'm gonna give this a 4 for practicality. Okay, so that gives it, what was it? I think it was a 2, 4, and then, oh, I finished the form. I submitted it. Oops. It was a 2, a 4 for this, just that one just now. And what the heck was the other? What the heck was the other? Oh, the sound. That was also a 4, okay? So yeah, it's 10. We got a 10 rating for that one, okay? I'm not keeping track of these numbers, by the way, but I'm just letting you know. Just letting you know in case you guys want to keep track. Okay, so that was the digital sax. All right. Next we have the Crystal Bachet. Maybe show the keyboard cat? I can show it at the end. Someone remind me. Coffee? There's like a tiny bit at the bottom. What is that? Why, this is a Crystal Bachet. A Crystal Bachet. It looks pretty cool, huh? So this was invented in 1952. It was invented by two brothers, Bernard and Francois Bachet. So they named it after, you know, their last name. Yes, it is very big. It is very big and strange looking. No, it is not a bunch of cymbals glued together, okay? This is actually a very unique instrument. It has 56 glass rods, and they're tuned glass rods. So it works similar to how, you know, when you wet your fingers, I don't know why I just licked my finger. That wasn't necessary. You know, you guys can't see me, so that was not necessary. Hurdy Gertie is on the list, yes. And you wet your fingers, and then you have a wine glass, and then you kind of, you know, run your finger along the edge of the crystal wine glass, and it makes a kind of sound. This works on the same principle, and the metal sheet and the, you know, the cones at the front are to amplify that sound. So you actually need water to play this instrument, so people just kind of like keep a bucket of water next to them, and then they keep re-wetting their fingers, you know, to play the instrument. You rub the rods with your fingertips when, you know, after wetting your fingers, and it's like a wine glass. That's why it's called crystal boucher, okay? Because it's made with, you know, I guess crystal. I don't really know what crystal is. It's just a type of glass as far as I'm concerned. You thought it was a shield? It looks wild, okay? The water phone or apprehension engine. No, but keep that in mind at the end because I'm going to ask you guys what kind of weird instruments you've heard of, and if you want to listen to them, I'm gonna listen to some. Hello, no one. Hello, thank you so much for coming. Oh, Hamiya. Okay, let's listen to this guy. His name is, or his channel is Loop Barrow Official, and we're gonna listen to him play Moonlight Sonata on the Crystal Boucher. Hopefully you guys can hear that okay. And there you just saw his little water bowl in front that he's dipping his fingers into to be able to play the instrument. I think it sounds really lovely. Yeah, very ghostly. There's his little bowl of water here. And the sounds of the birds chirping really adds to the ambiance. So you can play 2 tones at a time, I guess, or maybe more if you use multiple fingers, I suppose. The song is called Moonlight Sonata. And it's a very nice song, one of my favorite, you know, like classical songs. An alien frequency weapon? Oh, shut up. Okay, so this is very lovely. I want to listen to the rest, but we're gonna stop it for now. Okay, so by the way, I put all the channels in the corner here because I felt bad, you know, using these people's beautiful videos because I can't, you know, I don't have these instruments and I can't play them. So I'm using these people's videos. They put a lot of work into it, so you should check out those channels and the videos if you enjoyed it. You could play 12 notes at once with your extra toes. It doesn't quite work like that though because I'm like, oh, my toes. I thought you were talking about my spider feet, not my extra toe sensation. But they're not actually there. Okay, it's just a feeling. It's just a feeling. Okay, please don't misunderstand. I like the arcane relic aesthetic it has. It makes such a beautiful sound. Yeah, I love it too. I love it. Please, you guys. And how would you even play it with your toes, okay? You have to separate each individual toe to play 12 notes at once. I mean, my toes are flexible, but they're not that flexible. Oops. Sound is great. Practicality looks like hell. Yeah, it's huge, okay? This guy is literally playing it outside. And the thing is, I think if you play it in a small room, it would also, like, affect the sound negatively. How much does it cost? That's a great question. I don't know that you can, you know, necessarily just buy one of these. You probably have to get them custom made. Sale, let me see. Everyone's talking about, like, building one. So I imagine you probably have to go to a glass blower and, like, you know, commission them to blow these really specific rods. Let me take a look. Products. Glassworks. Oh, they make a glass. This company makes a glass harmonica. That's very beautiful. Oh, this is just a plugin for. It's just a VST. Okay, never mind. I have no idea how much these cost. People are only talking about, you know, like custom making them. Oh, someone here asked on Reddit how much they typically cost. Information is very difficult to come across. Yeah, so apparently they're not really sold so much as you kind of have to make them. So I saw some stuff about people trying to get a hold of it, and they weren't really able to. So seems like one of the worst instruments to accidentally knock over with all that glass. Oh my god. Well, it's pretty chonky. I don't know how easy it would be to just accidentally knock over, you know. Okay, so the rating. Okay. So for the aesthetic, it looks very cool. It looks very wacky. Okay. You don't necessarily know that it's an. I guess I could probably guess that it's an instrument by looking at it, you know. But I recognize that it's not an appearance that's for everyone. Let's go back for a sec because I wanna. So these white cones here, they don't quite match the aesthetic of the rest of it because this is like a metal sheath, right? That amplifies the sound, and then these are smaller ones that amplify, I think, the higher frequencies. So I realized that it's because of practicality that they look different to everything else, but at the same time, it hurts the aesthetic. Okay, we cannot deny that it hurts the aesthetic. Even though Amiya is a famous spider VTuber better than Lucas the Spider, she doesn't have any money to buy instruments. Wait, what do you mean? Who's Lucas the Spider? I'm not famous. Looks like a robotic, weaponized robot. Okay, it looks cool. Okay, so we're gonna give it a 4. We're taking points off for not being totally aesthetically consistent. And the sound is of course, a 5 out of 5 to my ears. I think it still is pretty versatile. At the end of the day, you can play a song, you know, just with it. You don't really need anything additional since you can play multiple tones at once. And I think it's very lovely and haunting sounding. So I'll give it a 5. And then practicality. It's huge, you guys. It is a huge instrument. It's literally made of glass. It's literally made of glass. So you're not gonna be able to. You're probably not gonna have a room in your house that you can put this in. You know, it's probably too big, or at least you have to have like an entire room in your house dedicated to it. So it's not very practical. You need water to play it, okay? And I don't know if there's a situation in which you're not gonna have water, you know, like by your side. But just because you need something external, that just takes away from the practicality. It's the most cumbersome thing ever. Yeah, that describes it pretty succinctly, I think. Glass is the universally ideal material? I don't know what you're referring to by that, but I feel like even if it's an ideal material, it's not practical still because it can break, you know? It can break easily. And then if it does break, I feel like it's impossible pretty much to repair, or you have to get a new glass rod made, which seems like a real hassle. So for practicality, it definitely gets a 1. But it's definitely beautiful, okay? And I would love to see one in person and play one at one point for sure. I think it's a really, really beautiful sound. And it doesn't seem like it'd be hard to play. You know, if you're a beginner, I feel like if you can make a sound along the rim of a wine glass, you can. I'm like, for some reason, I keep doing things that you guys can't see. I'm like making a circular motion with my finger on my keyboard tray to be like, ooh, along a wine glass. Yeah, the glass harmonica is a similar instrument, but it's smaller. I actually didn't include that, and I'm not sure why, but it sounds pretty similar. Share it in the Discord if anyone's interested to check it out after stream. We can probably take a look at it at the end too if there's time. So basically, you need a 3D model soon so we can see all the hand. No, that won't be necessary. That won't be necessary. Make a lot of hand movements, okay? It would be embarrassing for you to see all of them. All right. So what did that get? That got a total of how many points was that? How many heckin' points was that? It was the aesthetic was a 4. The sound is a 5. So 9, 10. So this is another one that gets a 10 total. Okay. A 24-minute video. Don't know about checking out the whole thing. Oh, I know a smaller one. Mr. Friend, yes, there is a Discord, okay? The link's in the description. I'm sure one of my mods can grab the link as well from the description and post it if you want to join. I love your enthusiasm and passion. I mean, Dylan, I love your guys' enthusiasm and passion about learning about stuff that's interesting to me, okay? Because I know it's not interesting to everyone, but I know if the person who is talking about it is interested enough themselves, I know it's usually an enjoyable experience. So thank you guys for sticking with me. Well, we look at these like weird things. Very weird things. Thank you so much, Hazel. There is the link for the Discord. I'll go ahead and I can't pin it because I'm not signed into YouTube on OBS, which is where my chat is. But I think one of my mods will be able to pin it. Sorry for making you guys do so much work. I need to sign into my OBS chat. Let me adjust my position. Okay, there we go. There we go. All right, let's go to the next one. Oh, it still says digital sax. That's not correct. That's not correct. It should say crystal or no, this is the digital sax. How did I get back here? It should say crystal bachette, and it does. You've done a great job at making everything you display quite interesting. Well, I'm happy. I think unusual things are just interesting inherently, you know? I don't think it has so much to do with me. It's just looking at cool stuff is usually interesting, but thank you so much. Okay, let's go to the next slide, shall we? This is a tin banjo. Do you guys know you can make a banjo out of a bunch of different stuff? You can make a banjo out of like cookie cans. You can make a banjo out of tin cans. You can make a banjo out of, you know, old drink cans. You can make a banjo out of a lot of things that are made out of metal, okay? So this is a tin banjo. And there's it's a can of chili, a can of beans, okay? This person made one with a can of beans and like a piece of wood and then some strings and a tuning peg. And a tuning peg. Wilson, hello. I know I probably already missed it, but I need to hear you. I missed the automaton, didn't I? No, you did not miss the automaton. I have not gone over it yet. Yeah, you can make it out of old drink cans, you know, if you don't crush them first. This guy actually made one out of a Mountain Dew can, this guy that we're gonna watch. Just realized we got the yellow badge. Yeah, it's been a month. It's been a little bit over a month since I opened memberships. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me. Yeah, the name is awesome. The Tin Banjo. The spider is playing beans. I mean, I wish I could. I guess I could make one. Oil can guitars are relatively popular. Or like cigar. What is it? Like a cigar box guitar. This guy must be a true gamer. That's literally why I picked this video. Okay, this isn't the best quality video in general, but I picked it because he's using the gamer drink. And also, this just looks like, I mean this in the nicest way possible, okay? This just looks like a man who plays the tin banjo. I don't know how to describe it. I don't know how to describe it, but I mean, this is exactly what I would picture if someone told me they're like a tin banjo connoisseur, okay? So this is by Big Daddy's Mojo, okay? Interesting channel name, but that's who made the video. So let's listen. So here he's showing it off. He's got a nice little head on it. It actually looks pretty nice. He must be a woodworker or something. What's that? I don't know if it's an instrument. Of course it's an instrument. It can make music, so it's an instrument. That's the rules. That's the only rules. It sounds okay. It definitely sounds way better than you would expect for being made out of a Mountain Dew can. I built a few cigar box guitars. They're kind of fun. Oh man, I want one so bad. I want to make one. Yeah, it sounds good, and he's actually good at playing it. He was born just to play the tin banjo and give it justice. And he does. He's actually really good. And that's his tin banjo. Nice job, dude. You did a great job with that one. Great job with that one. You need some guitar strings to make it all sound right. Yeah, guitar strings are easy to get. This seems like it's in my price range. If any of you build a tin banjo, okay, you have to show me. Or any kind of, you know, guitar or banjo. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Sounds like a banjo, but it's got a tin can. We don't know who invented this, okay? We don't know who invented the tin candle, but it was a very, very smart and inventive person. And I want to make one. He's playing the folk anthem of the Louisiana Moonshining Gamer Federation. That's a very specific federation. Was that the power of Baja Blast? No, that was the power of somebody who is clearly very skilled at the banjo. Very skilled at the banjo. Big Tin invented it? No, it was invented by, everyone knows the tin canjo was invented by Mr. John Canjo, okay? It was made by John Canjo, and that's who made the tin canjo, okay. And now we rate it. So the first criteria is aesthetic. You guys might disagree with me on this one, but I feel like the aesthetic is good, like really excellent, depending on what you make the can from. So, or what you make the banjo from, like what kind of can. So, I think, for example, if it was made with an Arizona can, which are like an Arizona green tea can, which are very, very beautiful, it would definitely be a 5. The bean one, maybe a little bit less, you know, maybe a 4. It can vary a lot in how it looks, okay? So I'm gonna give this a 4 because of that factor. And the sound, well, it sounds fine for what it is. It sounds good for being a tin can, but it's not the loudest, or the tin doesn't produce the best sound. Typically when you're playing like a stringed instrument, you don't really want to hear someone say that it sounds tinny. That's typically not the type of sound you want coming from your stringed instrument. So I don't think the sound is that excellent. It's more for the novelty of it, so I'm gonna have to give it, I'll give it a 3 for the sound, since it is pretty versatile. You can play a lot with it. Hello, Fizzle Pickle, and hello, Ria. Thank you guys for coming. Oh, Amiya. And then for practicality, I mean, obviously it's very practical, okay? You can make it yourself. You can make it out of pretty much any kind of metal, you know, can or box or anything like that. With banjo, I feel like you do want a very tinny sound. I think so, but that's why I didn't give it a 1. That's why I didn't give it exactly a 1. And then practical, I think it gets a 5 on the practicality scale. Okay, so we got a 4, and then a 5, and then I believe a 2 I gave it for the sound. Or was it a 3? I actually don't remember. Oops. So that's a 11 or a 12? I don't remember. That's a solid 5 for practicality. I agree. The only downside, it can't be hooked up to a PC. A PC? I mean, most instruments can't really be hooked up to a PC, to be fair. That's not really a fair metric. It can be, you can probably, with some simple electronics, with like if you put a preamp or a pickup, you could probably connect it to an amp, you know? And thus, connect it to a PC, you know, like through a mixer. So, I think you could. Because, you know, they sell like standalone, preamps or, pickups for guitars, so I feel like you could kind of just use the same thing. It might affect the sound a little bit, I'm not really sure, but you could, theoretically. No RGB despite being a gamer instrument. I mean, you could also put RGB too. I feel like you could just put lights on it. All you need for lights is lights, like LED lights are very simple electronics. At the end of the day, all you really need for lights is an LED and a single button battery. You don't even have to have anything like... you don't even have to have any like wiring or complicated electronics. You just stick both ends of the LED on either side of the button battery, and bada bing bada boom, you got RGB. How do you come up with these stream ideas? They seem so unique. Really enjoy the content. Thank you, Epic Faith. It's just stuff that I'm interested in. You know, throughout the week, I will be, you know, surfing the internet or whatever, and then I'll be like, whoa, this instrument's crazy. Actually, that would be a good stream idea, you know? It's right up my alley. So, yeah, you could slap a piezo on there. Yes, exactly. Real gamer instrument would be a Pringle can didgeridoo. Well, some people make those instruments that are like a tube organ or whatever. They make it out of like PVC pipes. So maybe the same principle could be applied to a Pringle can. At the very least, a Pringle can is like a drum, you know? Imagine ricing your canjo? What the heck does that mean? Okay, that was the tin canjo. And here we have the great stalagpipe organ. Okay, but before we get into that, I'm gonna take a restroom break. Okay, so you know, just take this time to contemplate what I just said, and I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. I have returned it. Hello, everybody. Oh, thank you for the crab banjo crabs. Thank you, guys. And thank you, Kat and Lil Hash, for the bathroom super chats. Hello, Trust, who I believe just got here. Oh, Amiya. Tadaima. 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 Did you wash your my sixth toe? I don't have a sixth toe. Okay. And I don't wash my feet when I go to the bathroom. I only wash my hands because that's the only... I won't get into the, you know, nitty gritty, but that's the only one part I need to wash. Okay, so this is the great stalagpipe organ, and they basically describe it in this whole video, in this, you know, entire video. But this whole cave is the instrument. The instrument is the entire cave. Okay, and then that's basically it. It uses the stalactites. Yeah, right, because stalagmites, they might poke you in the butt, and then stalactites, you have to hold tight onto or you'll fall off. That's how you can remember the difference of which one's top and which one's bottom, okay? So the instrument is a cave. I would really love to go and attempt to play this thing at some point, if they even let you. I don't know if they do, but I don't think I would be able to do it justice. It is really cool. I didn't say I don't wash my feet. I just don't wash them when I go to the bathroom. Hi, doggo. Hello. Oh, Hamiya. This is the great stalagpipe organ. It's an organ that's made... It's inside of a big cave, and it uses the the stalactites to make the sound. Okay, so let's watch. And Great Big Planet is going to tell us all about it, okay? That's who made this video. Okay, so that was the great stalagpipe organ. Ricing is taking something inexpensive, usually a Japanese car like a Honda Accord, and adding expensive accessories and upgrades to make it seem better. Yes, you could do that to a tin canjo. Missed opportunity to play the opening chords from Phantom of the Opera. True is kind of true, but I feel like if you played that's the thing that goes da 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 da. It's a very strong sound, and this is like a very soft sound. Okay, so I don't know if this would necessarily lend itself well to playing the Phantom of the Opera. So it's a -5 on practicality. Yeah, it's very impractical. Music inside a cave equals beautiful. I think it's beautiful. I think it sounds beautiful, and I think it's a beautiful idea. It's like you're making an instrument out of you know, nature. No ill will, but this dude just said a whole lot of nothing. Listen, it was flavor. It was flavor for the video. Is this what Batman uses? For what? Does Batman play the organ? A machine broke down, so I'm heading home early. Gonna have this on the background as I drive home. Okay, drive safe, Ultima. Okay, don't get distracted by me, okay? Stalactite with a C for ceiling, stalagmite with a G for ground. No, here's how you remember. Here's how you remember. The mite ones might poke you in the butt, and the tight ones you have to hold on tight too so you don't fall off. It's gonna be a soft sound for sure. Yeah, it's too soft to play Phantom of the Opera, I think. Not very impractical, but in fact 100% impractical. I mean, it's housed inside its own cave. The impracticality is, you know, how do you get there? You could have played something a little less depressing? I don't find Moonlight Sonata depressing. I don't find Moonlight Sonata depressing, you know? I don't know why, but I don't. It's definitely melancholic, but I don't think it's depressing. For when Batman is in a mood and needs some deep, soulful emo music. Alright, let's rate this, shall we? Okay, so the Stalagmite organ. Obviously, the aesthetic, for me, gets a 5 because... I mean, the organ looks... Let's look at it again, okay? The organ itself looks really beautiful. It looks like it's well built, and it's lit up in a very satisfying way. And then it's in a beautiful, gorgeous cave, okay? I don't know about you guys, but I love caves. I'm a, you know, a cave spider in that way. I really like caves. I like how they look. I like how things sound inside caves. It's a very beautiful cave in particular. It's not like a lame cave, you know? These instruments would make Michael Jackson proud that we are finding new ways to make music great. Right. A good mnemonic device for remembering the difference between stalagmites and stalactites. Yeah. It's good, right? I didn't make it up, though. You've been in that cave? Wait, you have been in that cave? Did you play the organ? No wonder you're so pale. Well, I don't mean like I'm a, you know, I'm not actually a cave spider, you know. I'm pale because I don't go outside. That's why I'm pale. So, yeah, it has nothing to do with that. Alright, so let's rate this, shall we? So, for me, it gives a 5 on the aesthetic for the reasons previously discussed. The sound, it's definitely a very gentle sound, okay? It's called an organ, but it's not necessarily the type of situation, the type of organ that you can play organ music on, really. You need to play something very gentle. You need to play something, why is everyone saying hi to Kinetic? Hi, Kinetic! You need to play something very gentle. You need to play something that doesn't have any intense noises. You know, it's still pretty quiet. The guy himself said that it's like, you know, a gentle, quiet sound, which is very lovely. It's a very lovely sound, but it can't be used in the exact same way as an organ. So for that reason, I'm just taking 1 point off, okay? Magic Badger, V-Movie Generator, Giant Connected Wine Glasses, a literal cave are on a roll. Isn't it cool? I mean, I told you it was gonna be weird. And of course, practicality, it gets a 1 because it's not practical. It's a cave. It's a literal cave, as Razzle Dazzle just mentioned. Everyone say hi to Kinetic. Hi, Kinetic. Spiders won't last long in caves because bats eat spiders. I don't think a bat can eat me. I think I'm not that big, but I think I'm too big for that. What about a B-movie generator? We saw a digital saxophone made by Yamaha. And then somebody said, you like jazz? And then it became the B-movie instrument because of that. Hi, I'm new here. Oh, shut up. No, you're not. So, it gets a 1 on practicality, okay? And that gives it a total of 5, 4, 10. Another 10, you guys. We're getting a lot of 10s here. Again, I'm not keeping track of the numbers, so sorry. If you're expecting me to, I'm not. My apologies. And now we have the Automaton. Okay. If you guys have been to some previous streams, I've actually played Automaton on stream before. I played my Planet Ami theme with that. I wonder if there's a less practical instrument on your list than this one. I think that's probably the least practical. Speaking about new, I'm new here. Fizzle Pickle, no, you're not new here. I've seen you here before. Don't be silly. Don't be silly. It is cute. It is cute. Okay, so it's very cute. It's shaped like an... What is it? It's shaped like an 8th note. Or I think it's called Automaton because... I guess Otama is like a tadpole, so it kind of looks like a tadpole too at the same time. And it has a bunch of different designs and colors. Okay, so as you can see here, we have a Kirby automaton. Okay, we have a black in color automaton. We have a Lucky Cat automaton. We have a Ninja automaton, and we have a Kumamon automaton, which is my favorite one because I love Kumamon. He's so cute. He's so cute. I love Kumamon so much. Oh my god. Oh my god. Huan, thank you so much for flexing your membership. And happy 2 months to you. I'm new here as well. Stop! You're not new. You've literally been a member for 2 months. It says it right there. It says it right there on the little thingy in the chat. Bako automaton where? There isn't one. There isn't one. But you know what? That's okay. We don't need everything automaton, you know. Deku Fire Mage, thank you as well for flexing your membership. I'm not sure why my alerts are so slow or why they're not coming up. But thank you so much for flexing your membership, Deku Fire Mage. 2 months. Yay! Yay! During the Roaring 20s, jazz music was played during that time. Yes! During the Roaring 20s, jazz music was very popular. Everyone was jazzing around. I'm new here because I'm not a member and there's no proof you have that I've been here before. My proof is all my VODs where you're in my chat before, GN. Okay, I've seen you before. My memory is actually not that strong. Hello, Mr. Rania. Looking forward to when membership's open. You're already a member! Okay, listen to this, okay? I have my automaton right here. For you guys, I'm gonna play you a little tune. Just a second. Uh-oh, did my batteries... I just replaced the batteries and tested this out earlier today. Are you telling me it? Oh, no, here it goes. What the heck? What's going on? Wait, what? You do that, How did you do that, B? What's your name? You dumbass. I'm sorry that was mean of me, but that's very funny. Oh my god. Thank you for being a member for 69 months, okay? I hope if I reach that many months, then that you'll still be here. Oh my god, okay. How do I make this? There it goes. So that's what the automaton sounds like. What can I play? I should play a song, Mine sounds a little scuffed right now for some reason. Why does it sound like this? Okay, that sounded a little better. Okay, listen to this. I'm gonna play you a little song. I'm gonna play you... Stop it! Stop eating for my automaton! the itsy bitsy Ami went up the water spout. If you wiggle it, you can make it vibrato. It's kind of dying right now, so I don't know if I can. Yes, it was Bean. Bean changed his name temporarily to flex being a member for 69 months. Play the vegetable song. It's another account. You're double member. Thank you, Bean. But you really went all in for that joke. This is a kill me noise. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna listen to the guy's Mario cover of the Mario song, okay? I thought I could play something beautiful for you guys, but I can't. Oh my god, that's commitment. That's commitment. Remind me to never cross Bean. He is going all in for the bit. I appreciate that. Thank you, Bean. Okay, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay.
New Automaton merch is available now. Click the link in the description to check it out and help support the channel.
Okay, we're just gonna let that play because this is merch. The real Sully G is who made this. And look, it's so cute. He dressed all his little automatons up as Marios and stuff. Ba, ba, ba. And obviously this person is using multiple automatons to make this song. Okay, it's not just one. Nintendo coming for you now? I mean, I don't think so. I played Mario before. I guess not this specific song though. So anyway, that's what that sounds like. And that's by The Real Sully G. So this instrument is a meme, but it's actually really cool at the same time. This is what Bowser hears in his nightmares. No, Bowser hears I don't know. There's a good joke in there, but I can't think of one. My brain is all busted up today already from being a substitute teacher. For some reason, I thought this was something that you blew into. No, you don't. It's just like a little... You slide your finger up and down. Okay, so it was developed in Japan by the Cube Toy Company and the Meiwa Denki design firm, led by brothers Masamichi and Nobumichi Tosa. Okay, I like how they both have Michi in their name. That's pretty cute for siblings. So here's how you play it. I mean, you just saw in the video, basically you pinch like the head part and you slide your fingers up and down to adjust the pitch of the sound, and you open the mouth and then sound comes out. And you can also shake it around to make vibrato. There's a couple of different settings on it. It has like it has 2 volume settings, and it has a low, mid, and high setting in terms of pitch. So the low setting goes from, if I can get it to work, the low setting goes from to that, and then the mid setting goes from, okay, and then the high setting. Okay, so it has some different, I guess, octaves. I'm not sure if they're full octaves. I think they are. Yeah, I think they are. That's why it's in pain. You're squishing its head. It's not in pain. It's not in pain. You want the curvy one? It's so cute, huh? I want the Kumamon one. I have a yellow one. And then what else? That's pretty much it. That's pretty much all for this. So it's very cute, very meme-like. Okay, so let's get to the rating, okay? Of course, as you might expect, the aesthetic gets a 5 because it's adorable, okay? It's shaped like an 8th note. It's shaped like a music note. It comes in lots of different colors. It's highly customizable and like marketable to different things, you know? So you can make like a Dragon Ball Z one. You can have like a Dragon Ball automaton. You can have a like... Is an automaton a Japanese instrument? It is. You could have like... I don't know. You can have all kinds of different stuff, basically. Just whatever you want, I think. The 10th level of hell is being turned into an automaton and getting your head squeezed to make music. No. No, it would be a lovely life to be making music. Your sole purpose is just making music. Think about that. And you love a curvy one too, Dada? I think you can get them. They're a little bit pricey for what it is, which is not a very versatile instrument, but so it gives a 5 for the aesthetic. Okay, and then for the sound, let's be perfectly honest, okay? It produces a sound. It produces a sound, and you can control that sound. But aside from that, it's not exactly pleasant to listen to. Okay, I don't find it a particularly nice tone. But it makes a sound. A sound only a mother can love. So yeah, I'm not sure I should give it a 1 or a 2. On the one hand, it makes a sound. On the one hand, when we're getting that Ami 6 Automaton, wow. Wow. I can't believe this. I can't believe you've done this. Only because yours was dying? Yeah, mine was dying, but also they don't generally sound... I mean, we just heard the Mario cover. I think it's a 2 because, yeah, it's not the worst. But it's definitely not, like, extremely pleasant to listen to or anything. It sounded pretty good in the Mario video. Yeah, it did sound good in the Mario video. Let's give it a point. Let's give it a point for that. Okay, so far we have 7 points. And then practicality, I find it to be extremely practical. It's easy to pick up. It's small. It is, you know, compact. It just takes batteries, so there's not a whole lot of like investment you have to do in terms of additional things to be able to play it. It's a great meme, okay? It's like a great party gag. You pull this out at a party and everyone's gonna be like, that person's so wacky and fun. I want to be their friend. You know, you feel the life of the party. And then what else? What else? Easy to play, easy to pick up. Did I say that already? Anyone? It's a very easy to understand concept, right? Because, you know, down is low note and then up is high note. It's basic geometry, really. Or what is it? It's basic. What's the type of science that is? Wait, math. What's the type of math that is? What type of... Can anyone... It can't get a 5 though because it's so unreliable. It actually does drain the batteries really, like, way quicker than I would expect. It drains the batteries a lot quicker than I would expect. So it does eat batteries like nobody's business. If you accidentally leave it on, then it's all over, you know? It's all over. The batteries are just done. It's just done. So I think we do have to take a point off for that. That's a good point, Mr. Front. It sounds like more like logic than any math. Oh. Okay. Yeah, logic. Ballistics! That's not a form of math, right? Is that a form of math? And it looks like a music note. Well, that's why it gets a 5 on the aesthetic, okay? If you squeeze something face and touch his neck, science says it may make a sound. I mean, I definitely would. Probably not a musical sound, though. Not merely done, but finished. Okay, so let's give this a 4 for practicality, okay? So that's 7 plus 4, which is 11. Okay, we have 11 total for the automaton. Thank you very much. Okay, wait. Just a second. What should I play? What should I play, you guys? It's sounding better now than it was earlier. Anyway, I'm not gonna play anything else. Hello, thank you for coming. Hi. Alright, next instrument. Let's move. And speaking of the automaton, you guys just saw this featured in the previous Mario video we just watched, okay? This is adorable. The funeral song, because that one wants to go. Do I know the funeral song? It's like... Oh no, that's Imperial March. Yeah, I can play the Imperial March. Anyway, that's what that sounds like. Okay, yeah, the drum guy's called Mr. Naki. Okay, and this one actually works without electricity. It works without electricity, so it's a wire controlled thing. Okay, so it's the same company that made the Automaton. They're very hard to buy now. You can get the Automaton fairly easily. I think you can even get on Amazon nowadays. They used to be more difficult to buy, but Mr. Naki I don't think is really available for sale anywhere at the moment, unfortunately. And it's like a little drummer guy. You can do drum stuff with it. He goes, you know. After getting sick of getting his block knocked off over and over, the Rock'em Sock'em robot decided to settle into a life of music. Oh my god, it's the little Rock'em Sock'em robot! I love its little face. Me too. It's so cute. It's so cute. Okay, so he goes, and it doesn't use electricity, which is cool. Let's watch the guy from the company. Okay, Meiwa Denki. He's gonna demonstrate it for us and explain a little bit about it. Mr. Noki. He's gonna explain how to use the Meiwa Denki's little character dude, Mr. Noki. No electricity, it moves with wires. Oh, there's subtitles, you guys can. See, it's like a, what is it called? It's like a Newton's cradle or something, probably. That's probably the scientific situation behind it. Look! So cute! Oh, and he has an eyelet. Watch this. Watch this. Watch what he does next. Watch what he does next. No way! It's so cute. Okay, and it has another function. Ooh. Let's check this out. What? Piano? Oh, I see what he's saying. It doesn't sound like a piano. It's just like how you play, how you press the keys of a piano. The piano method. Oh. He stared into our souls at the end. He did. He was like, you can play with two Mr. Donkey. Oh, look at that one's face. It's got little dopey eyes.
Amiya Aranha.
Okay, thank you for the super chat. Cute mini snorts. Thank you. Thank you. He has these parts holders. No, he's gonna knock on the... He's gonna knock on the can! I didn't even watch this far into the video. Wait, this is fascinating. こんな感じで。そしてミスターノッキーの腕の角度を変えます。Oh my god, don't take his... Ah! Okay, he's just adjusting them to be higher, okay. And you can take the... Wow, this is so versatile. I want one so bad. Okay, I'm following. Oh my god. Whoa, it's a Pringles can! It's a Pringles can! Pringles can alert! Pringles can alert! You can adjust the height. Is he speaking Japanese or He's speaking Japanese. It'd be a fool not to buy one? I mean, I agree, but you... Look how much he's rocking out, too! Advanced! Oh my god, paradiddles! He's doing the paradiddles! You may be able to play like this with practice. Thank you. That's very... Oh! There's more. What's going on behind him there? What the heck is all this now? Okay, I feel like we've seen enough of this video, but I'm very curious what's happening in the background here. Okay, well, anyway, I guess we're just supposed to ignore this, like, one-man band thing that's in the background here. Shut up and take my money. I really would love one. It's so pointless, but so cute. Yeah, it's science. It's science. It's science that's going on. And we're gonna rate Mr. Naki, okay? Come on, you guys. Come on, you guys. Aesthetic, it's a 5. It's a 5. Come on, the sound, it can not. I can't even. My brain can't catch up with my mouth. Not even is it just make little knocky sounds. That's not a sentence. Not even is it just. Not even does it just make the little knocky sound. You can also put cans. You can put anything. It can knock on anything. Okay, you can make mayonnaise an instrument. The sound is adjustable. 5. And practicality, it's a 5. You don't even need electricity. Why you sound like Jerry Seinfeld? You don't even need electricity, George. Mr. Naki. Mr. Naki? What's Mr. Naki, Jerry? It's a 5 out of 5. On the aesthetics, the sound, you don't even need electricity. You don't need electricity, Jerry. You don't need electricity. It's the perfect weird instruments. Okay, 5. We got our first 15 out of 15. We got our first 15 out of 15, you guys. Thank you. For what? You're welcome. It's cold, Jerry, cold. It is cold. That's our little Seinfeld skit about Mr. Naki, okay? Okay. Well, that was fun. Our first 15 out of 15 because it's so adorable, so practical, and it sounds so stinking cute. I love it. I want one. No wonder they're sold out. Okay, this. Oh my god. So this is super exciting, okay? This is super exciting. It's a piece of third party. This is exactly up my alley because it uses an SNES and it uses a MIDI. Okay, it's called the Super MIDI Pack, okay? What this is, it's a third-party piece of hardware. It's a cartridge that goes into the SNES, and it unlocks the sound library of the SNES. And you can plug the your MIDI controller into it, and you can play it. Your console is an instrument, it is! And they're actually sold right out, they're sold out right now, but you can actually buy these, they sell them. But I think they're waiting on parts and stuff, you know, because parts have been hard to come by. Playing Mr. Naki is making me thirsty! So it's so awesome. Okay, wait till you guys hear this. So it's made by, I think the company is just Super MIDI Pack. I think it's the only thing that they sell. I want it. I want it. Let's listen.
This is Super MIDI Pack. It turns your SNES into a MIDI synthesizer.
Listen, he's playing the... He's playing the Final Fantasy thing. But why? What do you mean, why? Oh, this is Dark World from Zelda.
I've always loved the music of the SNES. Something about the audio
Why? Because it
hardware
lets
gives
you
the
use the
music a
sound
distinctly
fonts
lo-fi,
directly from the
yet fluid sound.
SNES.
I wanted to try and make my own music for the SNES, but I found that it was way too difficult. Super MIDI Pack makes it a lot easier. Super
Listen,
MIDI Pack
he's telling you
supports
why.
standard MIDI, turning your SNES into a proper polyphonic synth. It supports sustain,
It's so cool.
sostenuto,
I don't know what
glide,
sostenuto is.
pitch bend,
Oh my
vibrato,
god.
and of course echo controllers.
Oh!
You can jam out with it live just like a real instrument.
I have
or you
not
can
looked
use
at the
it with
Hurdy
your
Gertie
favorite existing
yet.
audio production tools. No need to write a single line of code. But if you
This is so
prefer,
cool.
Super MIDI Pack gives you unrestricted access to the sound chip.
It gives you
allowing
access to the
bypass
sound chip,
MIDI
you
and
guys.
program the sound chip directly. In addition to the hardware itself, we've developed a companion web application that allows you to
Oh, I
access
forgot
all
about
the
this
advanced
part.
features of Super MIDI Pack. For
There's
example,
a web,
converting
well, it's
samples,
pretty
uploading
rudimentary,
samples,
but
and also uploading SPC files so you can play your
it allows you to
existing
upload things
music.
that
Super MIDI
way.
Pack works with Super Famicom, NTSC
Oh, and it works with the Super
Nintendo,
Famicom as
and
well.
PAL
It's not
Super
just
Nintendo.
the NES
It also works with the Super NT.
or the
It's
SNES.
available for pre-order at a price of $9.99 US plus sales tax.
He said
and shipping.
$9.99. It's
After about 3 months of
$99.99.
pre-orders,
Okay,
we'll begin
it's
production and
it's
then
kind of
shipment, and
expensive,
we'll keep you
but
notified
I think
throughout
they
the
do
entire
make them
process.
all like
It's likely we'll
you know,
only do a single
themselves.
production run, so this will be a one-of-a-kind product.
rudimentary but
Thanks.
existent.
Go to
Exactly,
superminipack.com
exactly.
And reserve your copy now.
Reserve your copy. Woohoo! That's so cool. Okay, I really want one of this. I also want it. Did you set yourself up for a pre-order? There is no pre-order. Okay, they're sold out right now, unfortunately. After a certain point, all 9 sound the same. I mean, true, but he clearly said $9.99 and not $99.99. Yeah, they're sold out at the moment. I'm guessing. I know a lot of like third-party video game accessories that people like this make right now. Like for example, the guy who does the onboard capture card chip for the DS. He does the onboard capture card chip for the DS. There's a guy who does that, and he has a website, but he's been sold out for a while because he can't get certain parts, certain components. So I'm assuming that that's why it's sold out, or maybe it was just a limited run. Oh, pre-order was $9.99. Release price is $99.99. Oh, I see. Okay, so that was just me being stupid. Apologies. Is that the NES? This is the SNES. Okay. And it works with the Super Famicom as well. So cool. And we get to rate it. Okay. This one's going to be pretty easy. Okay, the aesthetic. Okay, granted, the aesthetic is nothing. It looks like... Here, let's go back because it looks like a SNES cart, but it's not a particularly attractive SNES cart. And SNES carts aren't very attractive to begin with. So it's basically just the housing for the product, okay? So because it's an SNES cart and they didn't try to make it look a little bit nicer, it unfortunately does get a 1 for the aesthetic. Be great to have if I wanted to make an SNES game, or you just want to make cool sounding music, you know. There's a YouTuber that makes music at a lot of different game consoles, computers, and other gadgets, including a Bible. That's pretty amazing. That is pretty amazing. We have some cool stuff like that coming up. Okay, so I'm giving it a 1 for aesthetic. Of course, the sound. I mean, it's a whole entire sound library. Okay. I must go. Later, Ami. Later, chat. Have fun. Thank you for coming, Dylan. It's a whole entire sound library, and it's the SNES sounds. So it gets a 5 out of 5 from me. Make one for Genesis, and you have my attention. Ooh, you get some nice farty Genesis sounds. Tasty. And then practicality. So the practicality, this is where it falls apart a little bit. It's actually not that practical, right? Because you have to own an SNES or a Famicom, or I mean, at least it works with both the PAL and NTSC SNESs. So there's a positive there, but you do need to own it first. You need to have a MIDI controller. Okay, basically the only thing that comes with it is the the cables and the cart. So because of that, it's unfortunately not very practical. It does include a lot of different, it has a lot of different sounds, and they try to make it as accessible as possible by having, the web app and having lots of user support. Okay, so we're going to add a point for that, but it still gets a 2 on the practicality scale since there's a lot of external things required for it. Pretty sure there's a Genesis one. I want both. I want both. Farty sounds tasty. You know what I mean. I meant music tasty. Music tasty. In the music sense. You know how sometimes things sound tasty? I don't know why I submitted it. It's not necessary. This whole form thing is just for aesthetics, okay? So you guys can see the numbers. And now we have the Hurdy Gertie. Okay. This guy's YouTube channel is just called Dylan. But this is the Hurdy Gertie, okay? It's controlled by a crank. It's controlled by the crank on a crank on the side. It is a stringed instrument. And let's see here. It says, produces a sound by a hand crank turned rosined wheel rubbing against the strings. So kind of similar to like a violin, how a violin sound happens. So, you know, you have to put rosin on like your bow for the violin, and then it produces a sound on the strings. This does that, except you don't manually control the bow, the rosin. You have to, you know, crank it and it'll move the wheel and produce a sound. And then the notes are actually played on a keyboard that presses small wedges of wood against the strings to create the pitch. So super cool. It's centuries old, yes. So this has been around since the Renaissance. And literal Renaissance people and pirates, for that matter. Pirates also use the Hurdy Gertie. Okay. You can play an instrument that pirates also played. That's so cool. Submitted now, they know your longitudinal location, your bathroom, soap shopping habits. Wait, what? What do you mean? Richie Blackmore plays a mean hurdy-gurdy. Seen him live. That's so cool. That's so cool. Pirates like Guy Three Bushwood. Exactly. No, not him, because he's kind of a lame pirate, okay? He actually wasn't a very good pirate. The only reason that guy was any good of a pirate was because I was the one controlling him. And it's a very funny name for an instrument, okay? Because it gets points for that. The sound, I mean, you'll hear it in a second. But the sound is very it's a very droning sound, kind of similar to the bagpipes. But then at the end of the day, it produces a sound like a violin. So it's like a violin plus a drone. So you guys are gonna hear it. Again, I'm not sure why everybody plays the Imperial March on these things. But at least this guy is dressed as Darth Vader, okay? And his name is Dylan, okay? That's the name of his channel. And we're gonna listen to it. I gotta put my war face on. That's not my war face. That's my war face. Hello, Flaming Goto. Hi. I'm not actually angry at you guys. Hi. Thank you so much for coming. Oh, what's happening? What's happening? Okay, I'm not angry anymore. Oh, hi, Zen. So that was that. I'm leaving the rebellion after hearing that. What are you talking about? That was awesome. I'll link some later in your channel. Ami, thank you so much. Yeah, I'd love to hear. I'd love to hear. You going to play that instrument? I would if I had it. I would play that instrument if I had that instrument, but unfortunately I don't. Imagine being the poor rebel bastard protecting Leia, and this version of the song starts playing. No, that'd be awesome. Oh, hi, Lisa. Everyone say hi to Lisa. You love the hurdy-gurdy? It's so cool. And the fact that actual pirates played it makes it even way cooler. Lisa, did you see him playing the Imperial March? I could play it again for you. Let me know if you saw it or not. We'll play it again. If not, just tell me. Just tell me. Just let me know. Also, choo-choo to Lisa. Mwah. The music plays right after Vader has entered the facility on the intercom. I mean, I would take it seriously. Lisa thought spiders were insects? I know. Well, okay, she didn't say insects, okay? She thought spiders were bugs, which is a little bit different. I feel like that's forgivable because bugs is more of a colloquial term. So we actually cannot tease Lisa too much for that because, you know, I've colloquially called spiders bugs as well. You saw the M portion? It was great. It was great, huh? Yeah, please go check out Lisa's channel, you guys. So, you know, we can't blame Lisa for that one so much. Come on, be honest with yourself. Spiders aren't bugs? They're technically arachnids, not bugs. But I mean, everyone calls spiders bugs because, you know, they bug you. Whether you like it or not. Lisa is a glue-eating dum-dum like the rest of us. No, she's not. I mean, she did act like a kindergarten last time. There's a lot of really cool metal with the hurdy-gurdy. Can you send me some, Lisa? Can you send me some? I really want to hear. What are they then? They're arachnids. Come on, come on. Okay, enough shenanigans, okay? We have to rate the Hurdy Gertie. Okay, I'm not sure if I'm alone in this. But okay, the aesthetic is definitely great, okay, because it's like a violin, piano, guitar with a crank. And things with cranks, okay, things that are powered by your hands are just inherently cool in terms of aesthetic. Electric hurdy-gurdy sound amazing. I didn't know there was electric ones. But that takes us further away from the Renaissance and pirates, so I'm not sure how I feel about the electricity part. Yeah, it's got that folk music look. Okay, yeah, Razzle Dazzle updated the list. Okay, the first one was a magic badger, B-movie generator, giant connected wine glasses, tin canjo's tin canjo, a literal cave, tiny screaming face. Your friend who was a war drummer in Russia SNES plays you. Pop goes the brushwood. Yes, exactly. They're handicrafted works of art. I agree. I think they're beautiful. Oh, they're still hand cranked. That's so cool. Crank powered things are cool. You'll be seeing a different tune after the installation of your crank powered dishwasher. I mean, that's still more convenient than having to wash dishes the regular way. What does aesthetic mean? Aesthetic is like the appearance, you know? How does it look? Does it look cool? Okay, that's my smart substitute teacher Ami way of saying does it look cool or does it look dumb? And this one looks cool. Okay, we get a 5 for the hurdy-gurdy. The sound. Okay, this might be controversial. I feel like opinions are going to be mixed on the sound of it. I think it's a 5 because I really enjoy the sound of like droning things. I really like the sound of bagpipes in particular. And it reminds me a lot of that. It drones. It's a very consistent tone. It's just going. The sound is a bit on the tormented side. I disagree. Send some stuff with electric hurdy-gurdy in the Discord. Thank you so much. Please do. It works very well with a lot of things. So yeah, it works well with a lot of things, but at the same time, it is a very distinct sound, okay? It can be used standalone, but I don't know that you can necessarily use it in like a large ensemble and have it blend in a nice way. Although I could be wrong. People are going to show me some hurdy-gurdy metal and stuff. So, but for the droning aspect, for how relaxed it makes me feel, sound depends on the quality and the make of the instrument since it's acoustic. Yeah, I mean, that's going to be the case for most of these, right? But just generally speaking, you know, the sound, the tone, and for me, the droning gets a 5 out of 5. Personally. But you guys might disagree. You might rate it a 4 or even lower. And then practicality. I mean, it's another one that doesn't use doesn't have to use electricity. It's hand cranked, so as long as you have at least one hand, you can play it. Perhaps even with your toes, if you have particularly flexible toes, okay, like I do. I could probably play it. Anyway, it's small. The only thing is you need I'm assuming the little wheel with the rosin on it. You need to keep rosin, right? You need to keep that kind of loaded up. So that would be a little bit annoying. You can use it in a band, but a hurdy-gurdy has to be a leader position. Yeah, I think so. Just based on the sound, I would agree with that. So the only thing is, you know, the rosin. You need to purchase that separately. You need to maintain it. And I mean, presumably since it has strings, you need to maintain those also. But all in all, it's not bad on the practicality scale. So I'm gonna give it a 4. Oh, why might I do that? I didn't wink at you guys just now. That was a wink. That was a wink at you guys. It takes about as much rosin as a violin. Yeah, it's definitely not the worst thing, but I am taking a point off for that. Ami feet hurdy-gurdy challenge coming. No, I can't. No, I can't. Okay, we're not gonna submit it this time because we don't need to. Again, this is just for you guys to see what rating I'm giving visually. All right. How you guys feel about vegetables? How you feel about vegetable instruments? How do you feel about playing a flute on some carrots and some, what are these, leeks? You feel healthy? You should. Okay. vegetable instruments. If you have the tools and the willpower, you'll be able to make instruments out of vegetables, usually in the form of a flute or some kind of woodwind. It's the potato of time. Yeah, so potatoes, carrots, squash. I saw a guy make one out of a bell pepper. You saw someone use one of these things at your old high school? That is amazing. I would love to see somebody use one of these or use them myself, you know? They make me hungry. You don't think the instrument would be safe with me? I mean, you can eat it after you play it. It's not going to last forever. The instrument is going to rot, you know? So we'll get into that when we get into the practicality thing. I don't know who invented them, but I remember like years and years ago seeing videos on YouTube of this one Japanese guy who would make a bunch of them. He would show how to make them, you know? And he would like play them a little bit after. So maybe he invented them, but probably not. I don't really know. It would make me very sad if they rotted, you know? You spend all this time drilling out a potato or whatever to try and make a potato instrument, and then it rots. Very sad. I would try and make one out of a watermelon. That's what I would make my vegetable instrument out of, even though it's not a vegetable. What would you guys make your vegetable instrument out of? Tell me, let me know. Tell me. Right now. Right meow. Vegetable instruments are more than likely almost as old as civilization, if I had to guess. You think so? I will become nutritionally sound after eating this vegetable. Guile. Yeah, you gotta make it. You make one out of cheese. Well, that's not a vegetable or a fruit. Looking at vegetable instruments is the same vibe as looking at old dog videos. Wait, why? Imagine a wind section in an orchestra comprised solely out of vegetables. That would be a kind of scuffed sounding orchestra. The musical version of those Buddhist sand art thingies? What? You mean like a mandala or whatever? A chili? That could be good. I don't think a tomato would work. I don't think tomato has a hard enough exterior, absolute link. Yeah, gourds would work very well. Okay, so let's watch this. This guy makes Toto's Africa on sweet potatoes and squash. And his name's Pupsy, okay? So I took this video from his channel. And he's going to show a little bit of how he makes them, how he constructs the veggie instruments. So it'll be very fascinating to take a look at. This ad. The same ad every time. Wet the reed? You don't have to wet the reed for this one, okay? It's already wet because it's a vegetable or something. I don't know how it works. Ooh, that's a good sound. Okay, he's using a bunch of implements. That was quite aggressive. He's using a bunch of implements to hollow it out and make the holes. Oh, listen to this. And this is how he's tuning it, okay? This is how he's tuning it. He's adjusting the sound. He's trying to tune it to the keyboard, and he's adjusting the sound with the implements as he goes along. Yes, file the potato. Yes. Yes, quite. And he's making the holes, additional holes. Let me turn this up a bit, I think. Let me key into the sort of logic that leads someone to look at a vegetable and say, I could totally play a song on this. Probably seeing other people play songs on it. This is so intimate for some reason. Okay, play the Africa, dude. So it produces a sound. That's amazing. Okay, here we go. Okay, this sounds really good. Welcome back, Cameron. Hello. Listen to the vegetable Africa. waiting there for you. 100 men or more could ever do. Okay, we got past the first chorus. Okay, so that's all we'll watch of the Popsy's cover of Africa on the sweet potato and the squash. How cool is that? This whole time we thought beans were the musical fruit. Well, they're musical in a different way. A way that I wouldn't call music. Vegetables are suddenly cool. What the hell? They've always been cool. You've just been too blind to see it, okay? It's like this. It's like the song in Commander Keen. You've got to eat your vegetables. Tell him that. Oh wait, I need to show you the guys at the end. Okay, the end is very important. Because he eats.
baby.
I don't know what that was. So he eats the he eats the vegetables at the end. Name the coolest vegetable. The Brussels sprout. The Brussels sprout. Feels like he's having to blow so hard to get sound out of it with how the noise is. Yeah, it's very dampened because the inside of a vegetable is very like, you know, it's wet. Or not wet, but it's, you know, it's moist and it's kind of soft. It's not a hard interior. Aren't those raw? I mean, why not? I mean, why can't you eat a raw sweet potato and a squash? I mean, it was just for the, you know, the appearance. I don't think he actually swallowed them or anything. The coolest vegetables are frozen. That's very funny. Wait, he cuddled one.
Thanks for watching Ocarina, baby.
Oh, this is so... Oh, he kissed it! Oh my god! He was like, I ain't taking a bite out of this squash. Who just bites a squash? That would be insane. Okay, yeah, he... This is a weird video. This one's a kind of disturbing video all around. It's so intimate! What in the world? Yeah, why is he acting like that? Oh my god. Okay. The squash had a damn good time. It was a great video, it was. Okay, so the instrument rating. Okay, the aesthetic, I mean... I'm of two minds on this, okay? On the one hand, it's vegetables, and I feel like vegetables don't really look that cool. But on the other hand, it's a vegetable instrument. And when can you ever say that you've seen a vegetable instrument? Like, that has to be, like, one of the most unique looking instruments, you know? Because it is a vegetable. So I'm of two minds, which makes me want to give it, like, a 3. But I'm not sure. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I think I'm gonna give this a 3. Oh my god. Like, totally. Vegetable aisle is like a singles mixer for him. Gross. Yeah, he was all like, mwah. He kissed the gourd. 2 minds, 2 stars. I think I'll give it a 3. I think 3 is fair. Okay, and the sound is pretty dampened. The sound is pretty dampened. It's pretty low. I mean, it does make a sound. It's not an annoying sound. It's a pleasant sound. It's like a mellow sound, but because it's so hard to produce a sound with, I feel like it also has to get a 3 for the sound, unfortunately. And then for practicality, it's another one that's not really practical because, like I mentioned earlier, it rots. It rots eventually. So you either have to eat it or just watch your instrument that you've painstakingly crafted rot away. And also you have to painstakingly craft it, okay? You have to build this instrument and you need a lot of specific tools at a lot of specific sizes, you know? Sound is subdued just like your scurvy. What do you mean? Why you have scurvy? What is happening? Oh, because of the vegetables. I see what I see what you did there. I saw a little bit too late though, but that's a very funny joke. Heard that vegetables taste better if you tell them you love them, so he must be one hell of a cook. Oh my god, you guys. I'm sure he's a very normal, well-adjusted man, okay? That's a 1 for... Yeah, I think it's a 1. It's not very... I mean, maybe I will give it... At one point, actually, maybe it'll be a 2, because... At the end of the day, you guys, you can just go to the grocery store and buy the vegetables. So the materials to make it at least are very accessible. So I think I'm gonna give it a point for that. I'll give it a 2. Okay. So I think we had like a 2, 3, we had a 3, 3, 2, okay? So 6, 7, 8. This one gets 8. It depends on the gourd. You can try a lot of them and basically end up like a wood where it won't rot if you keep it in proper storage conditions. Oh yeah, like that one dude in Naruto, which I never watched, so I don't actually know his name, but I know he carries a big giant dried gourd on his back. Yeah, it's a low barrier to entry, so we get a point for that. Okay, so it gets a total of 8 out of 15. Materials are accessible, but the work involved and the tools needed aren't as so. Yeah, so just we add 1 point for that. Okay? Ami dot dot dot. Why? What do I do now? Gare? That's the Tanuki guy. What are you guys talking about? The redhead dude Gorda. His name's... Wait, he carries a gourd in his name. He carries a gourd and his name is Gorda. That's so stupid. That must be a localization thing, right? There's no way that's how that is in the Japanese one. That's a pot, not a gourd. Don't do Oh. Please. Oh my god. You guys are so embarrassing. I'm so embarrassing. Why must you do this to me? Oh. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. 1 point for bonding with your instrument because you painstakingly selected the best veggie in the produce department. I don't know if I'll ever recover. Pro Scooter it's not as bad as the Pro Scooter, okay? At least this was a guy's name. In the localization, his name is Gordy. I don't believe that. Gordon Ramsay. Okay, shut up. Oh, shut up, everybody. Stop trying to trick me. You guys are stupid. Now we should rate Ami's crying as an instrument. You guys, you've heard me cry before many times. What does my crying sound like? What is my rating of crying as an instrument? Please give me a 15 out of 15. Please give me a 15 out of 15, please. Not as bad as King Kong being Donkey Kong's brother. Shut up. I did not believe that. I didn't believe that. Aesthetic 6 out of 5. Why? Why is it aesthetic? Okay. 17 out of 15. Nice. Nice. It's very pleasing to the ears. That seems like an odd thing to say. 3 on practicality, 5 on aesthetic. Practicality for me. Hello, Anime Freak. Hi. Thank you for coming. No comment? Okay. Never mind. Don't comment. 7 out of 5. That's not true. That's not a real thing. Okay, next we have instruments made of miscellaneous computer stuff. It breaks my heart, but it's a nice sound out of 10. Oh, snort instrument rating. Wait, that's actually a good one. Yeah, rate my snorts as an instrument. 0 on practicality because then you have to comfort Ami. What is it? Such a chore to comfort me? Come on. Which on the second thought is not the worst thing ever. Exactly. Don't give it a 60. Don't give it the meme number. Don't give it the meme number as a rating. Yeah, so this is miscellaneous computer stuff. I have 2 different ones. One of them is a floppy disk drive. And then the other one is a dot matrix printer, okay? And once again, they are both playing the Imperial March, okay? This is 2 people who have independently decided to play the Imperial March on their electronic like computer components that they have. 20 out of 15. Okay, perfect. Thank you. That's what I thought. Okay, so oh, Ramses, thank you for flexing your membership. Just got here. Just to clarify, are snorts considered a musical instrument? Ami snorts. I guess if I can make music with them, which you probably can, make some kind of rhythmic music. It's a classic. That's true. That's true. So I'm dumb, okay? So I don't totally understand how this works. But I guess so. The disc one in particular, there's a motor involved in some way, and you can like pulse the read write head at the frequency of the note you want to play. So you need like external stuff with it. This you need external like programming to drive it. The same with the dot matrix printer. So this guy used, I think he used an Arduino, which is like a what is it, a microcontroller, and apparently it's like accessible, kind of easy to program. Ami snorts fills with joy, so I consider it an instrument. I don't know if that's the qualifier for being an instrument. So that's my basic, like, layman's explanation of how these work, but I don't actually know, okay, because I'm dumb, so I didn't totally understand it when I read it. But let's listen to the floppy disk one, okay? This video is very old, so it looks a little fuzzy, you know? I need my I need my warrior face again, my war face. That's no Arduino? No, this one doesn't use Arduino. They use Arduino for the printer one. Anyway, that was that one, okay? So that's pretty impressive. That one was by Paweł Zardrozniak. Okay, and next we're gonna listen to the dot matrix printer. Voice greater than snorts greater than cries. Okay, that seems correct. That seems like the correct rating. I'm still having my war face on, by the way, because we're gonna listen to the Imperial March again. Having dial-up PTSD. Sounds better than it should. It sounds cool, right? I love electronic noises. Okay, and now we're gonna hear it on the dot matrix printer. Come on. Oh, here he's setting it up. You getting it already? And it doesn't actually print anything as it's playing the music. I thought he was gonna print the Star Wars like logo or something. Oh, it's hard to see my war face. by Lion v Sky. That was excellent. This sounds like it's being played on a pair of clippers. Now I want my hair to get cut to the tune of Imperial March. No, you don't, because then you won't have any hair left. What Deku Fire Mage said. These mouths moving to the song. It was me. It was me making the sound. You don't believe me? Well, I understand why you don't believe me, because it was definitely in the video. So yeah, I have no idea how this works. I mean, I have a basic idea, I guess. Great printer impression. I know the vid was muted. Thank you. It's like... That's my actual printer impression, okay? Okay, aesthetic. Okay, you guys know that I love old electronic things. I love old electronics. I want to give it a 5. Somebody talk me down. Somebody talk me down, because I know this is a me thing. I know this is a me thing, but that beautiful, you know, beige, grayish of the old electronics. Mwah, perfection. So talk me down, talk me down, talk me down, talk me down, talk me down. Oh wait, I'll shrink myself back up. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Oh, I never noticed. Wait, I never really noticed my light is such a cute. Wow, nice. Oh, I'm way too small. Should I really be this small right now? It's a 4. Analog aesthetic has a certain quality to it, but it's objectively ugly. No, it's a 5. No. I'm gonna become microscopic and perch on top of the chat box. No, then you guys won't see me. Then you guys won't see me. You take a hit in the next 2 categories. Oh, we absolutely take a hit in the next 2 categories. So the sound, as much as I love, you know, electronic drones, the drone of electronics, it's really not that great of a sound. On either one of them. They're very similar sounding. Okay. It would definitely give me a headache after a while, especially since the sound is basically produced by like vibrations and stuff, and like not even like it's not coming from like a speaker or anything, you know? So I feel like it would give me a headache. So I have to give it a 3 on the sound. Even though I do like the sound of electronics. You like the drone of electronics in general? I do. And then for practicality, well, it's not very practical, but because it requires a ton of external programming to, you know, to make it work. So, and on top of that, the hardware is so old, you know, it's going to be hard to get a hold of hardware that's compatible to do what you need to do, okay? So, unfortunately, we have to give it a 1 for practicality. All sounds are vibrations. Vibration's not what I meant. That's not what I meant to say. I meant that it's like, it's produced, it's not produced by like a speaker, you know? It's produced by the thing itself. It's not electronic in the sense where, you know, it's like a synthesized sound. Where would one even find a floppy disk reader in this day and age? Probably you could go to like a thrift store or something like that. And they probably have some really old computers there, and you can just kind of gut one of those and get to... Is it 2 because it's not a great cave? I mean, it's not a cave. It's not a cave. It's not practical at all, okay? I wouldn't even... It's so impractical that I wouldn't even be able... I don't have the knowledge to create one of these, okay? So, because it's so impractical like that, I keep posing like this because I like what my legs do. So if you're wondering why I keep going... So because of that, it does get a 1, unfortunately, on the practicality scale. Oh, you can buy them on Amazon? Interesting. Would it have the same capabilities as the older ones, though? Okay. We successfully graded that, and now you guys have probably all seen this video before. Okay, this is the marble. This is the marble machine man. Is this madman? Yes. Winter Gatan is his name. This is the marble machine, okay? This video has like 153 million views, so if you haven't seen it, what have you been doing? What have you been doing? And it can play more songs apparently. When I first saw it, I thought it was just, you know, built in a very specific way where it could only play the one song, but you can actually play different songs with it, but you have to like configure it in different ways. So this guy built this. He invented this. I think it's cool. I think it's amazing. Yeah, 153 million views. Okay, so how it works is there's a ton of marbles, okay? And it's like a giant Rube Goldberg machine. You know, so the marbles get picked up and they get dropped on these like xylophone-esque metal, you know, bars. And they get dropped on that, and that makes the sound of the dropping of the xylophone. Okay, and there's also a percussion aspect in it as well. What is the percussion component? I'm not exactly sure where the percussion comes in, but he also has a bass, like, just kind of, you know, slotted into the side here. He has a bass slotted into the side. So what happens is he frets the bass, but then marbles get dropped on the strings, and that's what plays the strings of the bass. It's basically One Shot Wonder. They're trying to make their second one for tours, but it's taking a while to design prototype. Yeah, I heard he's making another one. Didn't he improve and rework the marble machine in the last 2 years? He reduced noise overshadowing the songs and stuff for one. It's interesting because this is actually one of the charm points of this instrument for me, is that you can kind of like hear the machine working in the background. You guys will see when I play the video. But this is called the marble machine. Okay, this guy's name is Winter Gatan, and he looks like a guy who should be playing a fantastical Dr. Seuss like marble machine instrument. Okay, so let's take a listen. And this song is actually really excellent. It's very, very beautiful. So I'm looking forward to you guys hearing it. It's like a one-man band type of situation. Oh, get out of here. So he's cranking it. So this is after he's programmed it to, like, you know, play this song. We're low. So amazing. It's so amazing. You guys, doesn't that sound amazing? So, I mean, technically this is like a couple of instruments, you know, kind of mashed up into one, and then they're all played with marbles, which I think is so amazing. It must have taken a long, long time to make. That was such an experience. I'm really surprised some of you guys have never seen it, because this video has a lot of views. That's the only reason I knew of it to begin with. And the song was really excellent. This guy is just like brilliant. He's a brilliant dude. I think it's a really excellent song. Do I have any other information about this that I need to share? I mean, I already shared that he looks like he belongs on this instrument, probably because he invented it. Yeah, it does lose points on practicality because he built it himself. You like literally can't get this unless you also build one. Sounds like something you'd hear in Mabinogi. And yeah, it was great. If you watch the vids, you can see how it works. Awesome. Yeah, so Winter Gatan is the channel, okay? So you can check it out if you're interested. Makes me wonder if you got inspired by those anime music videos. Oh, I don't know what videos you're referring to. But yeah, it's definitely a very Dr. Seuss-esque machine. So I do think the aesthetic is a 5. I would argue that you can only fully enjoy this instrument by physically seeing it work. I mean, just hearing that it's an instrument and, you know, looking at it, I think it's pretty cool. I'd be like, what is this, like, this Cindy Lou Who looking thing, you know? But I think because of the, like, fantastical element, I don't know if he had to make it look as, like, insane as it looks. But I feel like he definitely added some of his own flair, you know, to get it to kind of look as fantastical as it does. So for me, it gets a 5. I think he actually put effort into making the aesthetic, to making it look nice, you know? And I feel like that alone is enough to give it a 5 for me. Sydney's the Cindy Lou Who looking thing. Yeah, like it's a Dr. Seuss looking thing. And the sound, okay, so the sound is xylophones and a bass and a drum. It's so versatile in terms of, you know, you don't have to use the bass aspect. You don't have to use the drum aspect. Oh, he donated the original to a museum. It can't play the original song anymore. Oh, no. I mean, I'm sure it could. You just have to switch it back, right? So I think the sound gets a 5 out of 5. I mean, it's not a unique sound because it is Well, actually, it is kind of a unique sound because as I was saying, you get to hear the whir of the machine working in the background, you know? And apparently some people in chat mentioned that he's trying to make it quieter. But I don't think that's necessary. I think part of the charm of the sound of it is actually like the whir of the machine. You can hear it working as well as being able to hear the music. So that's a plus. That's a plus for me. Maybe it's a lot louder in person, so maybe maybe he, you know, in post, maybe he made the mechanical sounds a little bit less loud, so it could be really loud. But as far as what I heard in the video, it was excellent. Everything on it was practical. It wasn't out there just to be out there. I mean, the way it worked was practical. The way it was made was practical. But is it practical as an instrument? Not really, because you can't get one. Not anyone can just get one, okay? It's very difficult, high skill ceiling to learn how to play. And again, you need like a whole house, a whole room in your house dedicated to be able to actually use it. So unfortunately, it does get a 1 for practicality because it's not practical at all. I like the noise of the marbles rattling around. It adds to it. I agree. I think it would be a shame to make it quieter, you know? I really enjoy it. I've seen it by chance before. Just been a while since you saw it. Yeah, I think a lot of people saw this a long time ago. It's kind of an older video. Actually, it isn't that big. It's not, I mean, it's not enormous, but it's probably the same amount of, you know, or around the same amount of space you need to commit to a piano, which is still pretty big. And it's also very tall, you know? And keep in mind, it has moving components, so you do have to have it like away from a wall for it to be able to work, right? Because if the back is hitting the wall, it's going to interrupt those moving components. So, while it's not the biggest instrument, it's still quite a big space commitment, just like a piano, in the same way a piano would be, and possibly a little bit, you know, less practical than a piano because of the moving components and because of the height aspect. Steal the Declaration of Independence or steal the Squid Game episode 3? What? Are you talking about the marble machine? What is the Squid Game episode 3 simulator? It's a bit bigger than a high piano, but smaller than one of those big orchestra pianos. Yes, true, but as a, you know, as a home thing, it's not that practical. So yes, Tesla coils, that's our next one, okay? So you can make music with a Tesla coil. And I picked this video in particular because this guy does a really cool job. He's wearing like a suit, and I guess the current is traveling through him to like rubber boots or something like that. I don't know. I know Tesla coils. I'm sure there's some people in the chat who know exactly what Tesla coils do. I know they have to do with electricity. And I know they basically, it's like a rod, right? That gets charged up with electricity. And then once it gets too much for the coil to hold, it all discharges, right? And that's what causes this like lightning effect. That's my understanding of it. Anyway, I'm sure it's actually more complicated in its core, but I'm getting flashbacks to Red Alert 3 seeing these. Is that a game? Is that a movie? I don't actually know. Is there Tesla coils in it? They look really cool. I like Tesla coils. It's a car, that's all I know. Are you for real? Are you for real? So, yeah, invented by Nikola Tesla. I don't even know what year they were invented in, but it was a long time. It was longer ago than you would expect to go. He needs rubber dudes. Rubber dudes. Oh, I feel like today I've been making some smart observations about these instruments, and then I go and say stuff like, rubber dudes. What's happening to me? To keep the electricity from conducting into the ground. Okay, they're small persons for an individual Palpatine. That's why they're that size and shape. Shut up. Red Alert is a real-time strategy game. Okay. Tesla coils as weapons? Whoa. Whoa. Cat got your tongue. Only today and every day. There's a formula of like 10,000 volts per centimeters of air to bridge, and if you hit a sufficient voltage, you can create that lighting over a set distance. Very fascinating, very fascinating. The only doot I see is... Help me! The rubber does indeed doot. What is its rating? Okay, well, first we gotta listen to it, right? So let's actually listen to what this does. It sounds really cool. It's like a square wave type of sound. So let's just listen to it. This guy's performing a Daft Punk song. His name is Arc Attack, if you want to check it out. I think he has other videos like this. And the sound is actually, it's all made by the electronics, okay? He's not actually contributing anything by standing in the middle of them and catching the lightning, but it does look very, very cool. It's a cool performance. I'm gonna make myself bigger, because why not? Check this out! I love Daft Punk! And the robot is playing the drums. Okay, I don't know if that's real. If it's really a robot playing those drums, but if so, that's also very impressive. And he's not doing anything to produce the sound by being here, okay? He's just dancing. As I said before, I just want to emphasize that. That guy is amazing. I don't know how the sound aspect of it works. I guess it's just a different... From what I read, he's modulating the spark output. So it's actually a modified Tesla coil. It's a variation of a solid-state Tesla coil, it says. So if that means anything to any of you guys, it doesn't mean anything to me. But these sounds are created by setting the current's frequency is the same as the intended music's frequency. Each of those lightning ionizes in the air, creating a plasma. Yes, it's so cool. Thank you, Hawu, for explaining. He's providing something to the music in a way. He's offering an easy place for the lightning to go to. Technically, we could just use a metal pole for him. But yeah, well, okay. I should clarify because it's me being stupid. That's why I have to clarify this. Like that it's not him making the music, because when I saw this video, I thought him like waving his hands around. I thought him waving his hands around to catch the lightning. I thought he was controlling the sound, okay? I thought he was controlling the sound somehow with that, because earlier we saw the theremin, right? And the theremin, it's actually you use your hands to, you know, manipulate the sound. So I thought the guy yeah, like a giant theremin. So I thought the guy was controlling the sound with his hands. But no, it's just, yeah. So while it does contribute, offer something to the music, it's not what I thought it offered. Kat, thank you so much for the super chat headband. I don't know why my alerts aren't working. It's so annoying. That would make me so nervous. It looks like he's wearing non-conductive gloves, but using both hands at once would make me freak out about the electricity going across his heart and stopping it. Well, he's wearing a special suit, right? So I think the electricity goes through the suit. I'm something of a theremin myself. What does that mean? What do you mean you're a theremin yourself? I can't even...
Amiya Aranha.
You make... Oh, there's the alert. He's working for super chat still, I guess. Do you mean like... You will make a haunting sound if somebody hovers their hands over you? He's wearing chainmail on top of a rubber suit. So does that help? Does that help him not die? I don't actually know. I don't actually know. Spider-Man reference? Oh, I'm sorry. Super delayed snail mail? I mean, it wasn't that delayed. Come on. Okay, now we have to rate the Tesla coil. Okay. Aesthetic? Lightning? 5. This one's gonna be easy. Sound? Square wave? It's a bit bit droning, actually. It's a bit not droning, but it's a bit sharp on the ears, you know? So I'm gonna give it a 4. I do like the sound of a square wave. And it's limited in genre too because, you know, it's electronic sounding. The chainmail is what the lightning goes to. The rubber prevents it from going underneath the chainmail into his meat. Did you just say? Did you just call his flesh meat? Excuse me. What are you, me? The Palpatine machine is very aesthetic. It is a Palpatine machine. Hello, Maggie Loon. Called Amiya. Hello, thank you for coming. Anyway, practicality. You gotta go. Okay, Cameron. Okay, thank you so much for coming. Okay, so practicality. It's not super practical. You need to do it outside, or you need to do it in a large enough room where it's not gonna, like, you know, discharge into the ceiling or something. I think Tesla coils, they're very well understood, so you could probably get your hands on one and figure out how to modify it. It's huge. And I feel like it has a high skill ceiling. Okay? But you can figure it out, so I think 2. Does Snackticality come into the picture? There is no, Snackticality does not come into the picture, okay? If you can figure out how to modify it without dying, exactly, exactly. Flesh is but meat with a purpose. Yes, indubitably, quite too true. You can make a Tesla coil real easy. I'm sure some people can make a Tesla coil real easy, but also it's not just a Tesla coil, right? Remember, it's like a modified Tesla coil. So it's not that practical for that. And also you have to keep in mind getting the materials and stuff. Whether no matter how easy it is to make it, getting the materials could be quite difficult, I think. So I think it still has to get it too. Okay. Next instrument, shall we? We're almost to the end. It's just this one and then one more. Okay, so this is the jaw harp. The jaw harp. You guys are probably, if you don't know what this is and you don't know what it is by looking at it or hearing the name, you probably have heard the sound before. Copper is very expensive and you're gonna need a lot. True, that's a good point for the Tesla coil. It's a jaw harp. So the reason why it's the jarp for short, really? The reason why it's called a jaw harp is because you use your mouth to play it. You put it in your mouth, and then you flick this little they call it a reed, but it's a piece of bamboo or a piece of metal, and you flick it and it produces a sound with the vibration, and then you use your mouth as like the what is it? What do they call it? Like the resonator to adjust kind of how there's only one pitch, but you use your sound as your mouth as a resonator to like adjust the volume and adjust kind of the way it sounds. You'll hear when I play the video. The thing will chip your teeth. If you're not careful, it can chip your teeth for sure. So it's a jaw harp. It's just like a little metal bit. Some of them look really cool, okay, as you can see below. The resonance chamber. Yeah, it's a resonance chamber. So let's see, what do I have written here? I'm probably describing it terribly. Placing it in your mouth and plucking the metal reed, then you adjust the resonance volume of the sound by opening your mouth smaller or wider. Plays one consistent pitch, although apparently by adjusting your mouth shape, you can produce different overtones if you're particularly skilled. Just like you heard with my didgeridoo impression earlier. Okay, listen. Hold on. Just like that. That had an overtone. Okay. Okay, so this video is by you're welcome. Sounds like a real didgeridoo. Thank you. That's a very nice compliment. That's a sound. It's a didgeridoo sound. Don't make me stamp my feet at you. I'm doing it anyway. You can even tell it wasn't the real one. Thanks. More? was me slapping my... I'm slapping my thigh. But I'm wearing pants, so it's slightly dampened. Perhaps consider didgeridoo. You're a didgeridoo ding dong. Are you able to imitate a vuvuzela? I don't remember what those sound like. You're using that now? Okay, perfect, perfect. It's a great Australian insult. Am I wearing pants? I thought you hated pants. I do, but I feel weird not wearing pants and streaming for some reason. Okay. Okay. Let's watch. This guy is his jaw harp solo, okay. He's got a cool mustache. So this is very didgeridoo-ish. He is producing different overtones somehow. Probably by moving his tongue. That's how I do the didgeridoo thing. Be back in a bit. Okay, Anixiana. Thank you so much for stopping by. Yes, that's what makes that sound. It sounds kind of like a bullfrog. I feel the sweaty heat of the Australian outback. Do you taste the bloomin' onions now? Whoa, he's so cracked. Why 90% of the guys in these videos named Pavel? That's a good question. He's just feeling the rhythm. He's just going... I can tell this guy is really skilled. Even though I have no idea why. But he's clearly very skilled at this instrument. Heading to bed now. Okay, Ria, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you. You over here sitting at the DMV next to a weirdo? Come on, you think that guy's a weirdo? Would you freestyle lyrics for this? I can try. Sitting over here with my jaw harp at the DMV. Sitting next to guy with my jaw harp at the DMV. I'm gonna get my license today at the DMV. Yes, my name is Pavel today, and I'm gonna go get my license at the DMV. Or perhaps I'll renew my license plate number. Or perhaps I'll renew my registration. Oh, the guy next to me is looking at me like I'm real weird. But I'm looking back at him, saying, what you don't like my jaw harp for? It's a jaw harp, it's a normal instrument. It's a jaw harp, it's a normal instrument. It's just normal. Stop thinking that I'm weird. Look how fast I can play. I hit my cheek with a jaw harp. Woo-hoo. I got a cool mustache, and that's why I play jaw harp. Woo-hoo. Do I look like a guy who would play the jaw harp? Oh, look how fast my fingers move as I create some rhythm with my jaw harp. The guy next to me still looking at me like I'm doing something wrong, but I'm not. I'm creating entertainment for everyone at the DMV. That includes you, sir, next to me. Oh, 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 oh. I'm at the DMV. I'm still waiting at the DMV. Ooh, yeah. Okay, there's your improvised lyrics. Okay, to the anyway. That was stupid. That was stupid. Wait. TMV Blues, yeah. Why is this guy looking at me? Weird. I'm just playing the jaw harp. I'm doing something normal. It's totally not weird at all. Okay, now we have to rate the jaw harp. Okay, aesthetic. I mean, as you saw previously, they can look kind of cool. They have some designs on them. But they're pretty small, so the designs are hard to see. And on top of that, it's just kind of, you know, piddly looking. You know what I mean? Do you guys understand what I mean when I say the word piddly? Oh, thank you for the pachi. Thank you. Like piddly, as in like it's like so small and pathetic, just like me. I'm piddly, okay? That's what the word piddly means. And that's not the greatest thing to be. Does the design matter if it's in your mouth? Well, that's the other thing, okay? In terms of aesthetic, as you're playing it, it's not that cool looking. You know, you're sitting there with something in your mouth with your mouth held in a very specific way so it doesn't hit your teeth or, you know, the delicate inner flesh of your mouth. And you're kind of just sitting there hitting your face. So I feel like it's not that aesthetically nice. But it can have some cool designs and cool colors, so we can give it a 3. How do you spell that word? Piddly? Piddly. I mean, I might just need it a piddly dilly doo yeah. Just like that. It looks like a hard-boiled egg slicer. I'm not gonna say your face, but your face. I wanted to, and I did. The sound, it sounds very, very silly. It sounds very, very, very silly. And you can actually produce different pitches with it, so not that versatile in terms of sound. But because it sounds so funny, I am also gonna give it a 3 here. Not my mouth meat. Yeah, your mouth meat, it can hurt your mouth meat, okay, if you're not careful. Depends on how cool your mouth looks. I mean, in terms of like the jaw harp playing his jaw harp that we just saw, he looked pretty cool because he had like a cool mustache. He had like one of those mustaches that like twirls at the end. So that guy looks cool. And practicality, well, it's extremely practical. You can put it in your pocket and pull it out at any moment, just like the Automaton. In fact, maybe even more practical than the Automaton. You know, you can pull it out at the party and be like, hey guys, you want to see my jaw harp? and then all the girls at the party are going to be like, I don't know if I do. Because they're not going to know what the heck a jaw harp is. And they're going to be like, isn't the Automaton kind of big? They come in different sizes. The one I have is small. I have mace, yeah. It gotta be like, I'm wearing brass knuckles, okay? My keys are clenched in my fist with one of them poking out between my fingers, okay? So don't try me, bucko. So they're very practical for that reason. And, you know, I feel like anyone can pick one up and play. So, there we go. One guy pulls out a jaw harp, another pulls out a tin banjo and starts jamming. That would be the ideal setup here. The ideal, you know, duo. I would love to hear that. I have a boyfriend. Do you want to see my jaw harp? I'm sorry, I'm taken. Would you like it if someone tried to serenade you with the jaw harp? Would I like it? Yes. I would like it. Would most people? No. But I think it's cool. I mean, it depends on how you are about it. If you're like, hey, listen to this. Check this out. And you just pull out the jaw harp and start jamming, I'm gonna be like, yo! But if you're like, I'm actually a jaw harp aficionado. Actually, I'm the best jaw harp player in the business, okay? Do you want to hear how good I am at the jaw harp? I'd be like, kinda not really. You know, because you said it like that. Because you said it in such a way. Yeah, it's an unannounced weird party trick. Exactly. You want to see my jarp skills? No. If someone said that to me, I'd be like, maybe another time, bucko. You ever be buying a jaw harp? Yeah, you just gotta whip it out and just start going wild, and then that'd be pretty cool. Leader of the Southern Jaw Harp Association. I mean, if he told me that after the fact, it'd probably be fine. Okay, and the last thing we have is a vocoder. I need to put the Automaton down before I break it. I can see someone awkwardly pulling it out on a Tinder date and the girl saying, I just realized I already have a boyfriend, sorry. Wait, that's so sad. No, that would be cool. That would be really cool. If you have a jaw harp and you're good at playing it, you can take it out on your Tinder dates, okay? I'm sure they would appreciate that. My keyboard tray. Okay, so this is a vocoder, okay? Here's how it works. It's like a little keyboard and it has like a mic attached to it. And you speak into the mic, okay? So you, by producing sound into the mic, that's how you modulate the signal that's sent out by the keyboard. Vocoders are cool since they're about 100 years old with original designs. A vocoder? I mean, what? Come on, it's cool. It's an instrument. It makes music. They're cool. Wait till you hear this guy play Billie Jean, Johan Kim, okay? And it's like, you know when you hear like robot voices? It's sometimes a vocoder. It's sometimes something else. If a girl doesn't appreciate my jaw harp skills, I probably... Exactly! Yeah, you dodged a bullet. You need someone who appreciates all your hobbies. What if you played the Ami Planet song with the jarp? Would you... Yes, I would absolutely be impressed. Okay. So... Let's take a look here at the vocoder. It was invented in 1938. Okay, it's ancient. No, but it's like part of an instrument like an oscillator or an arpeggiator. Yeah, but at the end of the day, some of these have been parts of instruments, you know? Like the marble thing was just a bunch of instruments like kind of smushed together to be played a certain way. So our definition of what an instrument is fairly loose today. But it's gonna be cool. Come on, you're gonna love it so much, okay? You're gonna watch a cool video of a guy playing Billie Jean. So yeah, 1938 by Homer Dudley, okay? Homer! Homer! Okay, so... why? No! Oh, and he worked at Bell Labs. And it was originally created as a means to synthesize human speech. And it's been used by like Daft Punk and Earth, Wind and Fire. And, you know, another thing I would love to have. I would very much love to have a vocoder, okay? So let's listen to him play Billie Jean by Johan Kim. Well, he's not playing it on the vocoder. He's just like singing and producing the sound with it. Smooth! He's singing like a robot, yeah! He's a robot! Ooh! Anyway, that's enough of that. Pretty cool, huh? And that's what it sounds like. So yeah, maybe not, you know, maybe it's not like its own standalone thing. Maybe it's more of a part of an instrument, but it's still pretty cool. And we're still gonna rate it, okay? Oh, I'm clicking on OBS, that's why! I was like, why won't it work? But I was clicking on continue in OBS and not on the presentation. Okay, so the aesthetic... it's about as aesthetically pleasing as, like, you know, small keyboards are. Which I like the looks of, but it's not particularly exciting in terms of an instrument. I think Ableton has a vocoder you can use. Might even be able to run your vocals through pigments. I've actually... Oh. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. You like talk boxes more? Talk boxes are really cool too, but it's yeah. So they involve like a tube, right, instead of a microphone. It's all fives. I guess I can't really take points off for it looking like a keyboard because at the end of the day, it is pretty much a keyboard. So yeah, let's give it a 5 in terms of aesthetic. And of course, the sound is a 5. Okay, you just heard the guy go. Looked like a melodica, so I actually have a melodica. Where is it? It's kind of buried right now. Musicians use new musical instruments, so yeah, I want to get one. I mean, I definitely don't think that about all musical instruments, but I don't know. All of these I have so far. So the weird instrument is a weird instrument of Spider Girl. I'm one of them. Okay, so let's give it a 5 for the sound. And then for practicality, I mean, what's not practical about it? I mean, I guess at the end of the day, you need some knowledge of how to play the piano already, and you probably need, additional cables and stuff to be able to connect it to stuff. But do I take a whole point off for that? No, I think this is also gonna get a 15, because I'm feeling lazy. This is the last one. This is the last one, and I'm feeling lazy about it. Okay, and that is the end. That's the end of my little weird instrument thing. Give more weird instruments. I want to learn about more, okay? So if you have one that you really like, I want to hear about it. Okay, let's switch back to chatting. Oh, I forgot I'm still gonna be tiny. Oops, I forgot I'm still gonna be tiny. Would you like the timestamp for the glass harmonica now? Oh yeah, we can listen to the glass harmonica. Oh wait, I see it here. But the kid in the master. Okay, I won't play the guys. I won't play you guys the video because it's like a bunch of work to set up at this point. Thank you, Hazel. But we can listen to it. I'll put a picture up. Do you feel more learned and scholarly with all these music facts? I do. Okay, let me get a picture up and then I will show you guys our harmonica. I wouldn't say I really like it, but the cat piano is weird. No, that's not the same thing as a cat keyboard. Oh, I know what you're talking about. I didn't include that because it made me sad. It made me sad to think about the kitties. Okay, here, let's get this. Oh, this dude. This dude's a cool dude. Okay. So I'll show you this dude. Oh, it's not a webpuss, thank God. Okay, so hey, sir. We're gonna put you here while we listen to the glass harmonica.
The alcohol on our hands, all the touch surfaces. You just rub them down. It does two things. It cleans them finally, and
Okay, they're cleaning their fingers right now.
Just stops your hand from sweating.
Totally.
Ordered an Automaton and a Vinova. Thanks, y'all. Oh, you actually ordered something after watching this.
You don't go this way because the water goes down
That's so
inside.
cool.
So you come up, and you just keep it spinning while you're doing it. Okay, that came in late.
Okay, so he's wetting it
That
just
means I
like
need
they
a
did
little
with
more water on that one,
the
and
crystal
I gotta
shell or
adjust my speed
whatever.
of touch. There it is. Now I'm playing both ends.
And you have to have a very light touch. Don't press too hard.
You can
It's
barely
weird
see
looking.
with the
It
little
is weird
grab.
looking.
The quickest way to play glass is on the actual knuckle. That skin is got a great surface, and you just press, and it just grabs.
The foundation of this instrument.
If it's frozen, that's because it's a picture. It's not a video.
That's it.
A line of
Yeah,
tuned
and this is
wine
a different
glasses
guy.
and a
I'm not
motor that's
putting the
And you
video
can't
up right
get
now
to the rim
because
it's
it's
on
too much
its
setup.
side. So you have to play on the side. Whole new touch experience. Then the game is to learn
A
how
whole
to
new touch experience.
reliably make that note to play. Now, to make it loud, think about what a violin player does when they're bowing, because we're bowing the glass. This is the surface of the strings of the bow. The
Right,
water is the
right.
rosin, the stick slit principle
The
of
water
physics
is the
where
rosin.
it grabs, let's go, grabs, let's go. In the proper relationship of mass and all the rest, it pops into speech. So the game is, once it's playing, how can I make it louder? Well, the first thing you think of is, well, you just press harder, and it stops.
It
If I'm going to
stopped.
increase
He
the
stopped it with
speed,
his
which
fingers.
would
He
give
pressed
you
too hard.
more energy, stops, just slips. You can feel it, just slips under your fingers. And then it comes back into
One
when
of
it
the
drops to
vampires in
C.
Adventure
The trick
Time
is
played one of
both
these? I thought they all played the bass or
pressure
something.
and speed. And then back off.
Oh!
And then when you're back to the point of the motor, then you lift touch.
And that speed and pressure is different
So
for every
gentle, so
ball.
beautiful
It's the
sound.
start is the
The
kicker.
start is different for
Because then I'm instantly able to adjust with the pressures. Because once it's playing, I can, without touching, get a certain amount of volume change.
The guy
the
Foxy is
accessory,
one of the
I
only
can
people
really-
who can
and then
play
you see how
antique
I do
glass
a-
harmonicas, and the one
a
he's using is
sforzando.
actually an Antica. He's fixed up and added stuff like an electric motor. Cool!
If this
Definitely
piece-
suggest watching
if
the whole
this
video
piece
later.
didn't
It's
exist-
fascinating. That's so cool! I love that guy. I love... Oh, what's happening? I love that guy. That's so cool. The old group of vampires that the bass player fought. Oh, I see. Sounds pretty tough to learn and handle. Yeah, I feel like it's a really high skill ceiling. Seeing full view Amiya is nice. Thanks for the great stream overall. It was really fun. Lots of instruments I never heard of. Literally only knew the Automaton. Cool. I'm glad if it introduced you guys to some new instruments. It's like rubbing your finger around the rim of a wine glass. Yeah, much like the what is it called? The crystal bechel. What the heck is it called? Hold on. Hold up. Gotta go back in my presentation. Oh, we did a lot of instruments. It's the crystal... Bachette. I don't know. It's French, right? So it's bachet probably. If you press too hard or there's too much friction, the glass can shatter. Ah! I don't know why I made that noise. I just thought of, like, you know, the glass suddenly cutting into your hands as you're trying to play the instrument. Just realized no BGM. Oh yeah, that's because I had that. Thank you for letting me know. That's because I had the video on. The first time I've seen your full body? Really? Check it out. I can do a stimpy step. I have spider legs. Got piercings. I'm pretty cool. Bucko finish noise. It's incredibly difficult to play well. Additionally, you have to move your fingers at different speeds for different notes since the glasses all spin at the same speed. So I want you to make a modern one that is, like, easier to play so I can play it. Ow? What did I do? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Did I hurt you? Was it because I made an annoying sound just now? My apologies. My apologies. I hope you guys liked the presentation. I know it's like a little bit different today than stuff I normally present about, because I normally do like video games and stuff. You are pretty cool. Oh, thank you, Griff Graphics. You are pretty cool too. Oh, you imagine the glass. Oh yeah, that would be ow. That would be ow. Oh my god. Ah, I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about it. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy learning about stuff I don't usually go over. I had another fun idea for like an educational type stream for this. That is more in the video game realm, you know. It was fun. I really want a Mr. Naki after this. Me too! I want all of them, actually. Except for maybe the really huge ones. I don't need the cave one, that's for sure. I would like to play it, though. Mr. Front, this was fantastic. I mean, I love your original stream ideas. Thank you so much. Thank you. That means a whole lot. That means a whole lot. Generally love learning about unique topics I would have never thought about before. I'm so glad. I hope this is included as one of those. You must be famished? I am quite hungry. Have you ever stepped on glass and had it lodged in your foot? I mean, I've definitely stepped on like a small piece of like a shard of glass, but not like a big piece and had it lodged in my foot. Oh, you know what happened to me one time? I have gotten an entire... There was like an earring on the floor. This was years and years ago, but there was an earring on the floor. Okay, it was like an earring, like one of the kinds that, you know, just kind of goes through your ear. It has like a post. And yeah, I stepped on one of those. And the rest is history, okay? It was not a fun experience, especially since earrings aren't actually sharp. I know they go through like your, you know, earlobe, but they're not actually sharp. They're actually blunt, so it was not a fun experience. I wish I could have seen more. Oh, well, that's okay. If you came late, you know, you can check out the VOD, okay? I wish you could have seen more too, but it's still gonna be here. Don't worry. Don't worry. And hopefully, since everything was, you know, everything was like pretty much original music for the most part that these people made, I shouldn't have to, you know, mute anything or cut anything out. So you should be able to watch the VOD just fine, okay? I'm happy you made it for at least a bit then. Stepped on thumbtacks. Ah! Stepped on an upturned nail and it was no! 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 Stepped on a popcorn bottle and it severed the nerves. It didn't actually. Oh my god! 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 Mario music part might play a mute. You think? It was played on Automatones, and actually, how does anybody play the game Mario if the music gets claimed? That doesn't make any sense. I don't think that. I don't see that happening, to be honest. Cause like, you can just play the game, you know. You can just play the game on stream, right? I also only got to catch the end, but I'm interested to see what else you talked about. Was your favorite instrument at the end of the presentation? Probably Mr. Naki, because it was so silly and cute. Yeah, probably Mr. Naki. I like Mr. Naki a lot. I also like the cave one, and the digital sax is actually one that I would really, really love to give a try. Speaking of it, you gonna watch Nintendo Direct tomorrow? I did not even know that was happening. I did not even know what was happening. The 15 points, once I got 15 points for the Mr. Naki and the vocoder. Vocoder. Nintendo music is actually pretty commonly used in streams specifically because it doesn't get claimed often due to being from games. Yeah, I know some other people even in Tsunderia has used Nintendo music like Meru and stuff. So I don't see it being a problem, but I will mute it if it is. This is random, but what does stand out to mean in chat? I actually don't know. I actually don't know what that means. 2 p.m. Pacific time? Just while you're streaming? Uh-oh. Are you guys gonna watch Nintendo Direct or are you gonna watch me tomorrow, okay? Be honest. I'm playing Secret Agent tomorrow, so Dosky may have to come. Ah! You have to come. There's a thing that says stand out that I can press. I have no idea what that is. Try pressing it. Press it, press it, press it, press it, press it, press it, press it. Press it. The Amiya Direct. Yay! Thank you guys. Yeah, you can watch the Nintendo Direct anytime, okay? Sorry, Reggie. Get hacked, Reggie. VODs are the best for directs. Yeah, it's true. Then you can just skip through stuff, you know? Watching it live isn't really cool. Nintendo Direct won't show us anything we haven't seen for the last 10 years. Missing it matters not. It matters not. Oh, it's for sending super chats? You would think that would just say super chat. Ultimia, thanks for the stream. Thank you, No-sung. Maybe one day you will collab with Reggie. The Nintendo guy. Oh, it is super chat. Okay. I'm not gonna collab with Reggie. No. No. I want to collab. I mean, he seems like a fine guy, but... Reggie crying in his hands as he sees only 3 people showing up to watch Nintendo Direct. The rest are here. And there's a lot of people that watch Nintendo Direct. But he's so epic and handsome. If you say so. Chads watch both at the same time. No, you can't watch both at the same time. You must direct all of your watching power to me. No, I'm just kidding. You can watch at the same time. It says I can pin it? That's wild. I mean, super chats do get pinned at the top, right? Like they stay there for a period of time. So I think that's what it's referring to. I needed a big breath of air just then. I feel like I've been talking a mile a minute since this started. What if they announced that Amiya is voicing a character in the Mario movie? I mean, who would I voice? Toadette. I can't voice anybody else. I have a weird voice. Sounds like YouTube is experimenting with advertising super chats. Oh god. Oh god. You'll have both up can write stupid comments in both chats simultaneously. As long as you can still write stupid comments in my chat. Amiya is voicing Chris Pratt in the new Mario movie. I mean, I could probably do a better Mario, to be honest. Oh, Bowsette! I could do Bowsette, maybe. You just gotta sound evil, right? Like, I don't know, what would Bowsette say? What would Bowsette say? Tell me, give me a Bowsette line. She's not even real, right? The voice of good Peach? No, Peach is like... She's really high-pitched. Give me a Bowsette line. But she's not real, right? She's just like a fan-made thing. He has a cute voice. Well, thank you. Thank you. Mario Cast reveal is the best moment in the last couple Nintendo Directs. Are they gonna do more of that? She would straight up just say, "You're finished, Mario. You're finished, Mario." That's my best evil villain voice. If he's just going to do it like in the Lego movie, why choose him? I agree. It's gotta sound like Mario. Come on. Rosalina? The original Peach wasn't that high-pitched. Who is the original Peach? Mwahaha, Mario. I come save your precious princess now from my multitudes of castles. Come save your precious princess now from my multitudes of castles. That's my best evil villain voice. I'm not scary! I'm not scary at all. Shut up. Shut up, shut up, shut up. You know I'm not scary. How can I be scary? Would a face like this be scary? You're finished, bucko. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna go eat, you guys. Thank you so much for coming to learn about instruments. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys. I think you're all pretty cool, pretty swell. Tomorrow, I'm gonna play Secret Agent. It's a cool DOS game. It's an Apogee DOS game, so please check it out. What else? Thanks to my regulars and my members. Thanks if you came here for the first time. I appreciate you. And thank you so much for giving me a chance. I hope you liked what you saw. And thank you to everyone watching the VOD, and everyone who chats, and everyone who lurks in chat. I appreciate all of you very much, very much. Okay, let's go to Amiya. Oyasumiya. Bye-bye.